I want to have a reputation that's worthy of remembrance, as opposed to the mugshot that's hanging up on a wall somewhere. He may be something to a bunch of Chiefs fans. In Tulsa County, he's a robber.
I think the majority of the fan base are glad that he's kind of out of the picture. You know, we lost one of the family that we thought was part of our family, but every family's got some ghosts, so I guess that's just what's taking place with Chiefsaholic.
From homeless to high roller and bank robber, this was Xavier Babidar's everyday life. His reality away from Arrowhead Stadium, away from his Chiefs. But in a wolf suit and online, he transformed from a drifter into a celebrity, a superfan who wore multiple masks.
AFC Championship game. The Northwood Trophy came home last year, and guess what? It's not going anywhere. This entire season has been devoted to one purpose, and that's to run it back. Let's go, Chiefs!
That's the thing about the whole superfan. For a little bit of time, 6 to 8 hours that you're spending in a game, you're throwing on a different persona. You become something else for a little while, wearing that mask for the Chiefs games, being loved by everybody. You take it off and, you know, you're just another dude on the street doing what you do every day. His everyday activity wasn't what most of ours was. He was living a hard life. That's why putting on the mask, being Chiefsaholic out at that stadium, that was his moment of joy. He liked wearing that mask.
Football, football, football. Let me hear
Football.
it. Yeah, let me hear the romance in it. Just the fellas now. Football. It's finally here, and we're a mess. Get it together, people. Repeat. The #1 Pete that will happen this year. Let's go around the horn.
Football. Football's here. So it's week 0.9? Is that where we are?
You know how I like it, fellas. The #1 thing. You're watching. Receiver, the most important player in the league. Because if he is what he could be, it's game over. KC rolls. Okay, so I'm looking for that or bigger. You know, Baltimore Lamar after the letdown last year. And you know, KC, and what I might say is a somewhat under-the-radar chance for the three-peat here. Tim Cowlishaw around the horn to you. #1 thing you're watching for tonight.
Well, I will say this. I'm still shocked the NFL let the fastest Texas Longhorn, which means the fastest player in the draft, go to the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy.
Okay.
For tonight specifically, For me, it's about Derrick Henry. Do the Ravens remember that they went out and signed him? Do they want to give him the ball more than they gave their running backs in the AFC Championship game, which was 6 times, 6 running plays for Gus Edwards and Justice Hill? The team that led the NFL in rushing decided they didn't have a running game anymore. And now, after losing that game by 7 points, I think they're going to give it to Derrick Henry a little more, who seems to be defying all the norms. About 8 or 9 years into a career, you're done in this league. He hasn't really shown any signs of that. I want to see what difference Henry makes for the Ravens.
Woody Page, around the horn to you. Number one thing you're watching for tonight, KC Baltimore.
Well, I thought Tim did an excellent job with his observations, but you were totally wrong. What you really want to watch, Tim, is join me on the sofa and watch the heavy blitz provided by the Kansas City Chiefs and what pressure they put on Mark Andrews at tight end, because that's been their success previously against Lamar Jackson. That's how they continue to beat him over and over again, is they don't let him get outside, but they also put so much pressure on him, and they don't let him work with their tight end like Mahomes is able to work with his. So if you're not watching those subjects, Tim, you're totally out of the game.
Out of the game. Well, that was a chalk talk from Woody Page.
I'm lost.
How they pressure the tight end. Clinton Yates, around the horn to you. Number one thing you're watching for tonight.
We got ring presentations in Thursday night Week 1 games, and Woody's talking about defensive linemen.
Hey,
and tight
I like
ends. Come
it.
on now.
I like it, Woody. I'm
the
here for
show
that.
is Lamar Jackson, as far as I'm concerned, because he's the guy with the most to prove as far as this season goes. Look, what happened last year, people thought the Ravens were a better team. Lamar Jackson goes into the offseason, he says, I felt fat, and now all of a sudden I feel like I'm skinny and I can move around. I want to see how that applies to who he's going to be as a leader. I understand that Henry coming there is a big change, but this is, in many people's eyes, the put up or shut up year for Lamar Jackson. I think the guy's got a ticket to Canton, but in terms of what he has on the football field, it looks as if this is when the expectations are the highest. Week 1 is just the start of a long season, but he's the guy I'm focused on.
I've asked for the number one thing you're watching for. I heard an answer about the running back for Baltimore. I heard an answer about the defense for Kansas City. Heard an answer about the MVP and quarterback for Baltimore, Lamar Jackson. Haven't heard one thing about the KC offense or Mr. Mahomes. Maybe Mr. Torrey will give it to us.
Yeah, I will take the layup available to me, Tony. I will say Travis Kelce is the guy I'm going to be focusing on. And it is an obvious thing that I think actually most Americans will also be focusing on for reasons having nothing to do with football, given the storylines. But we've mentioned Xavier Worthy now, so many words about him. And that's a carnival sort of a sleight of hand by Kevin Clark, right? Is he the last Jenga piece that sends the rest of the NFL collapsing? Maybe because he's just yet another really fast, talented receiver. But the safety blanket for Patrick Mahomes, of course, is Travis Kelce. Of course it is. It's this way every year. Every year we look for other things to focus on. And when Patrick Mahomes is in trouble, and I think he will be in trouble against a really good Ravens team, he goes to him. So I'll take him, Tony, ahead of, by the way, the Ravens, yes, of course, Mark Andrews is great. We can talk about him at tight end. But give me the obvious one. Give me the obvious, most famous guy in the field. I'll take Travis Kelce.
Whoa. The obvious one is Patrick Mahomes. Aren't we in agreement here? The obvious one would be Patrick Mahomes. Nobody said him. Of course, this game being the rematch of the AFC Championship game, which Baltimore had at home, still lost 17-10. Kansas City got that win tonight. Tim Kalischer, who you got and why?
Well, I think I got Kansas City because last year they lost to Detroit. They lost the opener, and they had to fight that for a little bit. I don't think they're going to have any trouble in the standings this year, but I think the Chiefs will be ready. And I do think the Chiefs are a little better than they were a year ago. So give me Kansas City.
Give you Kansas City. Hold on a second. Somebody was watching in the street. Can rewind 20 seconds. Did he say, I think I got Kansas City? What are you waiting for, Tim? We waited 6 months for this, and now you think. Woody Page, who you got?
I've given it no thought. Kansas City Chiefs to win it all.
I know you've given it no thought.
We're talking about, despite what happened in the opener last year against Detroit, this home crowd is going to just be berserk,
Clinton
and that's
Yates?
going to make quite of a difference.
Reminder, some of us picked the Lions to win that game in the opener last year. Some of us didn't. Who knows who that was? But I do have the Chiefs. I think that there is an important start to this season for them. That is different than last year. And I think, as Tim said, this is a better football team right now than they were at the beginning of last year.
Pablo Torre.
Yes, give me the Chiefs and the tight end, who is the extension, Tony, of a quarterback.
You're not getting
such
back
that it makes them kind of one and the same.
You said what you said, and you're paying the penalty for
Bad
it.
blood.
I want to get to something Clinton just said as we have a full season outlook from KC's perspective, the two-time defending champ, are they better this year? By the way, I said it before, I'll say it again. I think it's being underplayed that they're up for a three-peat. That's never happened in league history. Go ahead, Clinton Yates. Tell me, percentage chance KC three-peats.
If it was any other team, I would be no higher than 10%, but I'm going to say 25 for this team. Mahomes is in a space, I think, where people go up against him and feel that they just can't win, and therefore defenses do different things to try to take him out, and it doesn't necessarily work as well as Andy Reid. However, the season is as long as it's ever been. These teams and these rosters look completely different at the ends of seasons than they do at the beginning, so I'll keep it as high as 25%. But to me, that is asking a lot of a squad to be talking about three-peats in this day and age.
25% chance from Yates. Pablo Torre, percentage chance KC wins and makes it a three-peat.
Yeah, I know how to play this game. Give me 26%, Tony.
Okay.
Randomness in the NFL is the story of the sport. Here we have a team better than the Patriots were, I think, during their dynasty in terms of actually putting that randomness under their thumb and controlling the game. I've watched it happen every postseason, it seems like, since Patrick Mahomes has been here. I think they'll do it 3 in a row, finally.
Tim Kalishaw, percentage chance KC wins.
It's going to be 32%. But let me tell you first, Tony, that 30 years ago, there was a team poised to do this, and there were two young beat writers named Tim Kalishaw and Ed Werder that were poised to write a great book about that season, and then they made a coaching change and went a different direction in 1994. There's not going to be a coaching change in Kansas City. There's not going to be internal turmoil to tear this team apart.
Second.
I think they have a great.
Not to question your idea, innovation here in book writing. Wouldn't that make a better book? That's a better book that they had two, and then they made the coaching change. I'd read that book. It was not written by you or Ed Werder. Woody Page, how about you? Percentage chance KC wins it this year, right now, off the gate, and makes it a three-peat.
46%, but I have an error of 3% on either side, just like politics. Well, why not? Patrick Mahomes is entering. He's still young, but he's entering what should be the best period of his life as a pro football player. And so I don't know why you would take that away. And I know that Pat Riley's agreeing with me that there's a stronger chance of a three-peat because he wants those T-shirts to sell again. So I believe that based on the fact that they have those rookies that they have drafted a good class, they have most everybody else coming back that was strength of that team last year. The wide receivers are the only question mark I see, and I think there will be questions about who can challenge them. I'm going to say Buffalo. I'm going to go ahead and get away with it. But I like them to, I think, close to 50%. They have a real good chance of being the only one to ever do it. And I'm going to go back to the Broncos in the 1990s, that they had a chance to win 3, and they lost to Jacksonville. So a hiccup could happen.
Just think the book you could have written if they would have won. You don't need a three-peat to write a book, guys. So what are we doing here? Woody gave us Baltimore, as the #1 contender to Kansas City. Clinton Yates, as we get out of here, where do you go with that?
I'll take Buffalo. This team has been on the precipice for a while. People telling me how great Josh Allen is. Of course, he's a good player, but if you live and die on Rings Island, which I don't, I think that he does need to make a foray into some longer runs, and that's going to require him to be really good.
The Houston Texans, Tony. The Houston Texans, C.J. Stroud.
This is what he said.
I have a lot more to say about the Texans. I believe that they will be right there.
Tim Kalishaw.
Pablo, by virtue of the order the host went in, gets to unveil the Houston Texans, which is the right answer.
That's right.
He did get the answer correct.
He
just shouldn't have got to say it first.
All right, we're going to go deeper on this. 2 say Buffalo, 2 say Houston. But Woody puts it nearly 50-50. KC wins and repeats.
That's a little hot.
The repeat. We'll take a break here. Pick it up where we left off in Buy or Sell.
46.
I'm eminent domain.
Around the Horn is brought to you by Tempur-Pedic, helping you get the deep, undisturbed rest you deserve.
Febreze. When you host, your bathroom can feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze Small Spaces. It's an outlet-free air freshener that fights odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing. La, 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 la.
Au revoir, mon amour. Au bientôt.
Let's work on that French, shall we?
Au revoir, mon amour. À bientôt. Au revoir, mon amour. À bientôt.
BK Royal Crispy wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. FBK, have it your way.
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
You know why I love Halloween?
Why?
People give me Kit Kats for free.
Son, you're 8. All your Kit Kats are free.
Happy Halloween! Have a break, have a Kit Kat.
You got to frank it up.
Frank it up!
Frank it up!
Yeah!
Frank's Red Hot. It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat.
Don't miss the Kohl's Cash Ultimate Giveaway. Hurry in to claim yours from the millions in Kohl's Cash we're giving away in stores only, while supplies last. Plus, take an extra 20% off in-store and online Friday through Sunday. This weekend at Kohl's.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh.
Still fresh! Still fresh!
With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow. For all-day freshness.
If there's a chance for what you hope for and you dream for and plan for, how can you stand
You sure you're gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
Bye.
Honey, hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're getting by.
Great, me too.
Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Oh, now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious. For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
They say you can't reinvent the wheel. But they say a lot of things. In 1953, they said our whiskey recipe tasted perfectly fine. So we burned it and made it better. Maker's Mark. Make your mark.
Tonight we have the cassava salad, bembere prawns, suya grilled lamb, and the pride of West Africa, jollof rice.
Immersive dinners with world-class chefs. Chase Sapphire Reserve. Make more of what's yours.
This season is different than last season. This is when you shine the brightest.
We just can't get enough of the best rivalry in the W. Aces, Liberty. Sunday at 4 on ESPN.
Welcome back to Around the Horn, coming to you from the Heineken River Deck at Pier 17.
Football. T-minus 3 hours and 4 minutes. I just want to live in this moment right now. So I need season picks because I need to be able to give you points down the road or mute you should the opportunity arise. So let's go around the horn. A team, the team that's ready to make the jump this year. Define the jump any way you want. You could tell me the Lions, or you might have to say that they made a jump last year and they're jumping again. Or maybe the Packers, maybe the Houston Texans. I know you guys talked about them last segment. Show me your work in this segment. But also, could it be a team with one of the rookie quarterbacks starting for them? Bears, Washington, maybe Denver. Could they be this year's Houston Texans? Clinton Yates around the horn, you. Jumpy team.
You take a DC kid, you send him to LA to raise his profile, and then you put him on the big stage to get things ready. You know that's a story I like. That's the story of Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears, who finally seem to have a plan with this franchise. They've got the receiver core squared away. The defense is looking pretty good, and they were not bad last year. At 7-10, they lost. They were 2-5 in games by less than 7 points that were decided that way. This team has room to improve. I think they're going to do it. I think this is a playoff squad right now with the rookie.
There it is. I was wondering if anybody would go there. Yates does right out of the gate, and not to put words in your mouth. You see the Bears as this year's Texans, a playoff team?
Pretty much.
With a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Woody Page, around the horn to you.
Well, I think Clinton's onto something, but not quite the right thing. And Tony, do not mute me. This is not a presidential debate. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say to you. People are going to say, the Denver Broncos? Well, yes, the Denver Broncos, even though they were 8-9 last year, they may have the same record, but they're going to be the most improved team in the league because of one player. And that's the shortest named player in the history of the NFL. He has a live arm. He has a high IQ, not only high football IQ. He knows how to play this game, and he's been impressive.
Say his name,
and Sean Payton's going to do a lot with him. His name is Bo Nix.
Of course. What do you want in your quarterback? Football. I want a live arm. I want a pocket awareness. I want a short name. That's what I want. Never change what he did.
Easier to type.
And of course I wouldn't mute you. I would just give you the Homer graphic. Tim Kalishaw, team that's ready to make the jump this year.
All right, we've heard from 2 rookie quarterbacks. Do I hear a third? I think we do. This team has not gotten really any love in the 22-year history of this show, nor has it deserved any. But the Washington Commanders are going to make a big leap forward, win the East this year. Jaden Daniels, Austin Eckler, Dan Quinn, my man Cliff Kingsbury. Dallas and Philadelphia slide back a little. Washington steps up, gets the deal done.
You have Washington winning the NFC East?
Winning the East. Winning the East.
A reporter from Dallas saying that on national TV. There you go.
I see the whole country.
Pablo Torre, team that's ready to make a jump this year.
We're way too early on the Bears. Somehow Woody loving the quarterback with the shortest name ever leads to more syllables from Woody Page. And Tim Kalishaw going Commanders is insane. So I will take the geographic advantage left to me and take the Houston Texans, who are this year's Houston Texans also, Tony. They were just 10-7 last year, had one playoff win. C.J. Stroud had the greatest season for a rookie quarterback we have ever seen. That was his first year. The whole defense is the actual beauty of this team that we never talk about. It's the 5-headed monster on offense, of course. But that defense is going to be the key, and their improvement will be the key to making them a full-on contender, challenging the Chiefs, as I said.
Buy or sell too, similar question. The team in danger of a step back. Dallas is on the program. What an interesting coincidence, Tim Kalishaw. Maybe you just showed us your hand a little bit. Team that takes a step back.
Well, I did kind of show my hand there, Tony, but I'm going to go ahead and play it out here. Yes, the Cowboys are the team taking the step back. We talked about three-peats earlier. Three-peats. Forget three-peats. Nobody in the NFC East has even repeated as a champion in 20 years. That's insane, but it hasn't happened. And you don't repeat by getting rid of defensive linemen, key offensive linemen, Tony Pollard and others, and then saying, well, we hope our draft class picks up the pieces. First place schedule, it's going to be a tough 500 year for the Cowboys.
Wow. Other than that, how'd you like to play Miss Lincoln? Just killing your readers before the season starts. Pablo Torre, team that you think is maybe in danger of a step back.
Yeah, I think a meaningful step back is going to be visited upon the New York Jets, Tony. You may be wondering, wait a minute, were the Jets already bad? They won 7 games last year without Aaron Rodgers. The stakes on this are incredible. If they win fewer than that with Rodgers as quarterback, which I believe they will, I don't want to ever hear about Aaron Rodgers ever again.
There you go.
And that is the step back that I believe is coming.
Then Yates.
I don't even understand that take, but I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the most obvious situation in terms of the turnover. 2 new coordinators. You've lost Jason Kelce, who's now a colleague of ours. I just think that this is ripe for a circumstance in which a young quarterback in Jalen Hurts, who is a perfectionist, just can't get to the level that he wants to because they're figuring things out.
And Woody Page.
Let me mention a team that we haven't talked about at all, and that's Las Vegas. They don't have far to fall back, but when they take a couple of steps back, they're going to fall over the emphasis.
All right.
They're not any good at all this year. They
No, there are two answers. Both the Jets, I don't understand. Although, I mean, I can understand them not being as good as people say. And Las Vegas, I don't think they're capable of step back. That's just not the answer. We'll move on. Buy or sell 3 MVP pick. You ready? Let's go. Mahomes would be an easy pick. Too easy for this panel. So would Lamar Jackson, who's trying to repeat 3rd overall. Woody, who's your most valuable before snap 1? Take a look at the odds right there and tell me.
I want my points back. Josh Allen is not the most overrated player, as people are saying, in the league. He is going to be the best player in the league this year as they make a comeback and get to
Tim Kalisha?
Super Bowls.
Look at C.J. Stroud way up on that list, and I get to go before Pablo. Give me the Texans quarterback.
Pablo Torre?
Yeah, I was going to take C.J. Stroud, too, but Tim didn't even pick the Texans as the team that was going to take the biggest jump this year. So I don't know why he should be able to take that pick either.
Josh Allen will not be the most overrated player in the league when he wins MVP this season.
All right, so that was actually some split unanimity there. Josh Allen and C.J. Stroud. Woody Page taking a step back. Pablo Torre taking a step back. Yates, Kalisha, showdown next.
Don't fall off the podium.
1 in 3 pet parents has used their pet's name as their password.
System hacked. System hacked. System hacked.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way to show your love.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
You got to frank it up.
Crank it up. Crank it up.
Yeah!
Frank's Red Hot. It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat.
They say you're better safe than sorry. But they say a lot of things. In 1953, they said our whiskey recipe tasted perfectly fine. So we burned it and made something better. Maker's Mark. Make your mark.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Taking a class in your attic, that dead spot is gone. Stream LA in your man cave, learn to paint on your lawn.
He's glorious. For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
You know why I love Halloween?
Why?
People give me Kit Kats for free.
Son, you're 8. All your Kit Kats are free.
Happy Halloween! Have a break, have a Kit Kat.
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
Meet the Jennifers. Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. Each planning their future through the Chase mobile app. Gen X is planning a summer in Portugal with some help from JP Morgan Wealth Plan. Let's go, Whiskers. Gen Y is working with a banker to budget for her birthday. You only turned 30 once. And Gen Z, her credit's golden. Hello, new apartment. 3 gens getting ahead with Chase. Solutions that grow with you. One bank for now, for later, for life. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Don't miss the Kohl's Cash Ultimate Giveaway. Hurry and claim yours from the millions in Kohl's Cash we're giving away in stores only, while supplies last. Plus, take an extra 20% off in-store and online Friday through Sunday. This weekend at Kohl's.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZzzQuil. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
You can feel the electricity, the stakes, the chance at greatness. It's what makes the U.S. Open the U.S. Open. The men's semifinals tomorrow on ESPN.
At
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Newly! Did you do that?
Comes with every subscription. A shared closet with over 20,000 styles to rent, and I add more every week.
Can you slow it down?
Oh, totally. Just give me a sec. Oh.
Newly! Karma closet.
There have been 326 no-hitters in Major League Baseball history, but only 21 combined no-hitters. So, what do we have here? Something more rare than a no-hitter? Clinton, Cubs, combined no-no. Better than, worse than, or equal to a normal no-no?
It's equal to, for me, if you're in the building, and that's what matters here. It was at Wrigley. That hasn't happened since, like, 1972 when Tim was celebrating his 50th birthday. So, for me, this was a big deal.
Whoa.
It's worse than. I'm sorry, Tony. This is the land of Nolan Ryan. He didn't need to call for help in the 8th and 9th inning to have somebody come in and get those last 6 outs. Finish your job.
Manager's decision.
People of your ilk have been punting no-hitters for the last 10 years. You can't give more credit for a combined no. It goes to the catcher is who it goes to. We'll move on. Caitlin Clark, 24-10-10, career triple-double number 2. Got that last rebound and the last shot of the game. You can see her face. You can see her teammates' reaction. They all loved it. These are superlatives on superlatives on superlatives. Tim, here's the question for the day. 10 all-WNBA spots. Does Clark crack it?
Oh, I think she has to. I think you look at her at the beginning of the year, and she was a great college player coming into the league on a bad team. Now she's the leader of a playoff team that is winning big games. She has absurd numbers. She's one of the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, this has definitely got to happen, if for no other reason. And I think a lot of the people that are thinking that she is getting, for whatever reason, discriminated against in terms of calls, in terms of media coverage, yes, it has to happen. She's that important to the league, and most importantly, she's that good.
All right, that's all WNBA. That's 2 teams. Let's see. Does she crack all WNBA team 1? Top 5 in the league. Kalisha?
Maybe not. I'll
Glenn
say
Yates?
No.
Absolutely yes. Definitive answer.
That's a definitive answer. Showdown 3. Have you ever seen this before? First pitch with an injury. Washington Spirit's Croy Bethune grimacing, and it's a torn meniscus throwing out the first pitch. She can't play soccer now. Clinton, do you think athletes will reconsider first pitches in the future?
In 2 different ways. Number 1, get off the mound if your lower extremities are important to how you play. And number 2, stop doing these things during your actual seasons. It's a little too risky, although it's fun. I've done it before. I did it in Durham.
Tim Kalisha?
Throw a strike.
Not a doctor, Tony, but if she has a torn meniscus of throwing one pitch like that, I'm going to say she had a 90% torn meniscus before she went out to the mound, and that might have been the final straw.
Not a
there
doctor.
were other problems already.
The injury, I hear you.
Not a doctor.
Tim Kalisha, you're a FaceTime winner is what you are.
I could play one on General Hospital, though. Let me say this. I used to hear all the time when I was talking about Nadal, Federer, Djokovic, I like tennis when American men went to the finals. Well, you're going to get your wish. And it's going to be a great match tomorrow night. Frances Tiafoe and Taylor Fritz in the semifinal. Winner of that probably plays center Sunday. 18 years since an American male in the
Take a
finals.
pick. Who you got? Who you got in that match?
I got Tiafoe in that match.
Right. You got a break. We'll see you
Maybe.
tomorrow.
Are you sure, Tim? You sure?
Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. The NFL season kicks off tonight, Tony. Do you have football fever?
Tony Kornheiser, maybe. That would explain the groin itch. You know, football fever. I'm happy,
You just
Mike.
had one
I'm happy for
disturbing
football.
reference after another. Me too. I'm more excited about
We've waited a
Sunday than I
long
am
time.
about.
But we begin today with one half of tonight's NFL opener, the Kansas City Chiefs. They are seeking to become the first team ever to win 3 straight Super Bowls? Nope. The Steelers, the Dolphins, the 49ers, the Cowboys, the Patriots, they didn't do it. The Chiefs can. What about how big a deal would a three-peat be for the Chiefs, Mahomes, Reed?
Well, I'll get to that in a second, Tony. I'm just going to, of course, what you read was completely accurate. But I'm going to mention that the Green Bay Packers won 3 NFL championships in a row in the 60s. 2 of those were Super Bowls. One was an NFL championship. They did it in the 20s as well, but it's the 60s is what we really count. Tony, being enormous. Look, I am not one. I can count. I know the difference between 3 and 7, and whatever it is Belichick and Brady's got is more than twice than 3. So even 3 in a row, and it would be 4 overall. But so I'm not going to say that's going to make, them the GOAT in their categories, whether it's Andy Reid or Patrick Mahomes or anybody else. I'm not going to say that's going to make them the GOAT. But what it does, and the legacy is the most overused word now in sports because people don't even know what it means. They just don't. They don't know the difference between resume and legacy. And yes, it would enhance immediately resume. It pushes you out there in the outer limits past everybody. And yes, legacy, because you're going to get to it at some point. So, wow, it's unthinkable to me, Tony, because nobody's done it. And I can't wait to see the pursuit of it. I, like you, am excited because of it.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we have to stress that in the Super Bowl era, nobody has ever done this. And we reference some of the great dynasties that were not able to do this. So if the Chiefs are to do it, it would set them apart from other teams. I, like you, look at other things here. Patrick Mahomes is already in the mix for the greatest quarterback ever, but Tom Brady won 7 of these things and went to 10. So winning 3 in a row does not put him over Tom Brady. It gives him 4 wins and 5 appearances. And I don't care how many Super Bowls Andy Reid wins until he gets to 7, which gets him ahead of Belichick. I mean, that's the number that's important. But I don't want to get too bogged down in numbers because I believe that it would be a tremendous achievement. Me personally, I would take the under on it. I don't actually think they're going to do it. That's just me personally.
I don't either. No, Tony, I'm with you. And we've seen a couple of teams, think they could do it. Of course, the Patriots were so great. I'm sure they thought they could. The Dolphins, Don Shula's Dolphins, they won back-to-back, and they looked like they had a sort of greatness in them, and they did. That would allow for it, but it did not. I mean, injuries come for you. Other teams come for you. The Houston Texans, I could see coming for them. The Baltimore Ravens, who we'll get to more in a second, I could see coming for them. I just think it's going to be too difficult not even get to the other conference yet for a Super Bowl matchup. So I'll take the under as well. I'm with you.
When I look at the Chiefs, I first see Mahomes and Kelsey. That's the first things I see. But I don't know that they're Montana and Rice. I don't know that there's a steel curtain defense on this team. There certainly isn't the longevity, obviously, of the Patriots, who I believe went to 9 in 17 years, and Brady was part of all of them. But if they win 3 in a row, I think you could arguably say they're the greatest collection in Super Bowl history. And I think one thing we have to do is draw the blinds on your dynasty of 1. I mean, that backhand slap at the Chiefs for 4 years.
I did that a while ago. You're living in the past. You're living in the past. That's been gotten rid of. That's dead and buried.
My whole life is in the past.
So, and you know what? When I called them a dynasty of 1, how many had they won?
1.
So that's, that's then. This is now, and they're going for history. And it's going to be very cool to watch starting in a couple of hours. The Ravens, previously mentioned, also have high hopes this season. Last year's squad finished the regular season 13-4, but Baltimore's offense went dormant in the AFC Championship, loss to the Chiefs. Lamar Jackson won his 2nd MVP last season, and while he's been 58-19 in the regular season, he's just 2-4 in the playoffs. So, Tony, what's on the line for Lamar Jackson? What's on the line for the Ravens starting tonight?
So I am tempted to say that it's Super Bowl or bust for the Ravens, particularly with Derrick Henry on the team. And I'm tempted to say that this is a referendum on Lamar Jackson, who can win all the MVPs he wants, but if he doesn't win in the playoffs, it really doesn't matter. But, I don't want to go there because I'm really old. And I've watched a lot of seasons come and go, and a lot of quarterbacks who we thought were going to win something or basketball players or baseball players. We thought we were going to win and they don't win. And you know what? There's always a next season. It's amazing, isn't it, Mike, that you and I don't work at the Washington Post anymore, and yet the paper still comes out. I don't know how that's possible, but it still happens. So I would point out Lamar Jackson is 27 years old. That's all he is. He's got 6 or 8 or 10 more years. You'll remember that Phil Mickelson was almost 34 years old when he won his first major. He'd been winning tournaments for 12, 13 years at that point, maybe more than that. But people looked at Tiger and they looked at Phil and they said, oh, Phil can't win. Well, Phil ended up winning 5 majors. And the last one he won, he was 50 years old. He's the oldest one to ever win a major. So, I mean, Lamar Jackson, he's going to be playing for a while. And you have to think that, that it's too early, as we say, to draw the blinds on his career. We don't want to do it.
I'm not even thinking about it. And that's what people get crazy with the word legacy. There's 2 names that I care about. And I don't even have to go to golf, and I completely agree and honor your Phil Mickelson comparison. John Elway and Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning and John Elway. I mean, I got tired of hearing when Peyton was like 25, can he ever win the big one? Stop. And John Elway was, 37, I think? And he won 2 of them, either 37 and 38 or 38 and 39. So, Lamar Jackson does have time. But, Tony, with Derrick Henry out there, look, tonight is a referendum on nothing. You're gonna decide what you decide with these 2 teams in late January. But, man, if Derrick Henry's out there and healthy with Lamar Jackson, and if that offensive staff can't figure out a way under Coach Harbaugh to do whatever they have to do with Derrick Henry, you got the personnel. I don't want to hear about your scheme. I don't want to hear about your philosophy. When you got those 2 guys, if you have to go to battering ram football, then damn it, do it. Because Lamar Jackson, those guys are loaded right now. Do it.
Lamar Jackson has a terrible playoff record. He's 2-4. He's 1-3 at home, and he's got 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. That's an indefensible playoff record, and yet we watch him and we think there is something real there, and when is it going to happen? Let's move to baseball, where your Cubs had a combined no-hitter last night. The first no-hitter thrown in Wrigley Field since 1972, and that's 52 years if you're counting. The Cubs got 7 innings from Shota Imanaga, who didn't even know he hadn't given up a hit. And then the Cubs got an inning each out of Nate Pearson and Porter Hodge. Wilbon, you're a Cubs fan, but you hate relievers in this circumstance. So do you consider this to be a true no-hitter?
No, and it had nothing to do with the relievers. It had to do with something that was called an error early in the game, very early in the game, and it was a hit. I mean, it's a ground ball to the third baseman who short hops the throw to first. And you can't presume that that was going to be an out. I mean, that was not just some simple unforced error. It was initially scored a base hit, and it should have been a base hit, not E5. Sorry, love it. Tony, I remember, now I didn't look this up, but it was either Bert Hooton or Milt Pappas that threw that no-hitter, and I watched both those games when I was – it was Pappas, which should have been a perfect game that I remember, and I was probably 13. But anyway, I digress. No, it's fine. The Cubs have won. They were 8-1 on the road. They dropped a couple to Pittsburgh that angered me because they were getting back in the wild card hunt. This was a nicely pitched game. Imanaga, the Cubs are like 16-4 or something like that in his starts. So he's done very well. But no hitter, no, it wasn't that. It was a single, let's be fair.
So I watched the replay of that play 3 times this morning.
What did you think?
And I didn't think it was E5, but I thought it was E3. I thought it was E3. I thought the hop was there. That's what I thought, E3 on that. But anyway, let me get back to this, because I do think it is a true no-hitter, because I look at the scoreboard and there are no hits at the end of the game. And I don't want to diminish it, but I do think it is less lustrous, is the word I want to use, less lustrous than a no-hitter pitched by one person. We have had 3 no-hitters this year prior to this, okay, all by one guy. Ronel Blanco of the Astros had one. Dylan Cease of the Padres, and he no-hit my Nats. and Blake Snell of the Giants. And Blake Snell's was the most interesting because after the game, he railed against people who said, you didn't think I could throw 9 innings. Well, that's because you never did. In your whole career, you never did. So I do think this is a no-hitter, but I also think this, Mike, if you had gone to the game and you came home and you had to explain to your children or your family what happened, you would have said, well, it was a combined no-hitter. Yeah, so it takes the luster off to a degree.
The era. By the way, real quick question. Have you ever seen in person, you and I have covered and attended many hundreds, maybe even thousands of baseball games. You saw a no-hitter?
Never saw a perfect game. So never saw a perfect game. Saw no-hitters.
I never saw a no-no.
Yeah, let's take a break. But coming up, Jessica Pegula upsets Iga Swiatek.
And what would it mean for Michigan to top Texas on Saturday? I was at a Nolan Ryan one-hitter. Dick Allen swinging bunt in the ninth.
Okay, my son went to the Max Scherzer game where he struck out 20. And he left in the 8th. So he missed 20.
No.
Like he saw 18.
Did what?
He left in the 8th.
He did what?
What? Michael,
I'm going to call Michael during the next break. That's the worst fan decision I've ever heard.
And he loves the Nats. Yes.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Old Spice Gentleman's Super Hydration Body Wash. Vanilla and shea. 24/7 moisturization with vitamin B3.
Are you using all the Old Spice?
In a bath.
Oops.
Men have skin too. Old Spice.
Check out my new sound system. I saved a few bucks by building it myself. What? Turn it up.
It's never wise to compromise. Choose savings and quality with Farmers.
We are farmers.
You got to frank it up.
Crank it up.
Crank it up.
Yeah.
Frank's Red Hot. It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries, and now your gut is in the gutter. Undo it with Pepto Fast Melts, so you can keep on rolling. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
The ESPN app is a spot for all your sports. For the Saints and the Sinners. For hot takes and high stakes. For breaking news, breakaways, and broken records. For the W's and the L's. For MLB, SVP.
Welcome, this is SportsCenter.
All on your TV. If you can watch it here, you can watch it here. The ESPN app. One app, one tap. Get it up.
Don't miss the Kohl's Cash Ultimate Giveaway. Hurry and claim yours from the millions in Kohl's Cash we're giving away in stores only, while supplies last. Plus, take an extra 20% off in-store and online Friday through Sunday. This weekend at Kohl's.
Welcome to Sapphire Lounge by the Club. This is more than a place to hide away before you get away. It's a main course before the main event. It's the best seat before boarding. It's a real reason to arrive early. This is what an airport lounge is supposed to be. Chase Sapphire Reserve. Make more of what's yours.
I think I found them.
Really?
Making your dog your ring bearer is one way to show your love.
Car part. It's just a car part, look it.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way.
The fact that this Reese's ad showed up at this exact moment proves that your devices are listening to your stomach.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One-A-Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One-A-Day, science that matters.
Time to get down and wordy with Wilbon. What's first?
Jessica Pegula's win over Iga Swiatek last night was blank.
My word is unexpected. I certainly didn't expect it, Mike, and I watched the whole thing. I was stunned that Pegula won the first set 6-2 in about 35 minutes, and then I was more stunned that she won the second set 6-4. Swiatek is the #1 seed in the entire tournament, who I think has won maybe 4 majors to this point. But she couldn't keep the ball on the court. She couldn't serve. She couldn't rally. She made 41 unforced errors. So I don't want to rain on Pegula's parade, but it's almost as if Swiatek's inability last night was more important than Pegula's ability. But let me cheer Pegula, because she's never been this far. She had been 0-6 in quarterfinal matches in majors. Now, she lost to great players, but she lost them all. So good for her, and I hope she makes it to the final.
That was so begrudging. So begrudging. You just said, I'm not going to rain on a parade, and you rained on it. And that comes after you started our U.S. Open week previously by saying she goes out early all the time. So Pegula's win over Swiatek was TK silencing. That's what it was. Take that. Chew on that for a while. TK silencing. She said, I heard this. I hear this old dude talking about how I can't get even to the quarters, and now I'm in the semis. What is he talking about?
Get to the quarters. Gets to the quarters. Now I'm rooting for her to get to the finals. What's next?
Okay, that's fair.
It'll be blank if defending champ Michigan beats Texas in Ann Arbor on Saturday.
It will be overblown. People will start chirping that this means the Big Ten is better than the SEC. They will say, oh, look at Michigan. They lost their coach, Jim Harbaugh. They lost their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. And they just beat a squad that had their coach, Steve Sarkisian, and had their quarterback, Quinn Ewers. And that's what they're going to do. And they're going to say that Texas is overrated, Texas stinks, and the 52-0 win they had in the first week, that doesn't mean anything. And now Michigan is going to be an undefeated champion again. And that's why it's overblown. Because that's like crazy talk at this point. Texas didn't just lose the SEC. This wasn't even a conference game. And Michigan still has to play Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, and USC, all ranked, all conference games. So settle down, people. They can both still make the tournament.
All right, they don't have Penn State, but I'm going to go back to their schedule and some tough games. You're right on everything you just said. But every single thing about the college football season is overstated. All day Sunday, all day Monday, all people do on every network, including this one, is overstate everything. So the Michigan win, if they should do that, would be a tease. A tease, Tony, because Michigan has to play at Ohio State, and Ohio State better win that game if they're going to be getting a new coach. They got to play at Washington, and at Washington is sort of like Michigan. I mean, they did something last year they're not going to repeat this year. They got to play Southern Cal and Oregon. They're not winning all 4 of those games. They'd be lucky to win 2 of those games, and if you throw Texas in, they'd have to win at least 3 of them, and it would be a tease to start with just Texas.
I think it would be MW silencing, but I wasn't smart enough to say that early. That's the final word. Let's take, excuse me, one last break. Still to come, an American soccer legend hangs it up.
Ooh. And the Dodgers are about to get some help for the stretch run. They kind of need it. San Diego looks better. Padres look better to me right now.
I am now rooting for Jessica Pegula, and I trust you are too, Wilbon.
Good.
I trust her. But I'm also rooting for Emma Navarro. I'd like to see them both in the final.
I like Navarro, yeah. You can't root for both of them if they play each other. Can't root for both.
That's in the final if they do. That's in the final.
Yeah, if they meet.
Tonight on SportsCenter at 6 Eastern, what Lamar and the Ravens must do tonight to get a leg up on the Chiefs in the race for the AFC. Plus, Dak Prescott sounds off on his uncertain future with the Cowboys. And how the defending champs can keep up with Texas in the big house this weekend. SportsCenter, 6 Eastern on ESPN.
What the biggest companies deliver is exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and helps Red Bull revolutionize coverage of live events. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
They say you can't reinvent the wheel. But they say a lot of things. In 1953, they said our whiskey recipe tasted perfectly fine. So we burned it and made it better. Maker's Mark. Make your mark.
At Domino's, we've heard in focus groups that some people don't love our classic crust.
Too doughy.
It's not thin enough.
So here's another pizza.
All the ingredients come together.
And so what if I told you this was Domino's?
Good for Domino's, for real.
Introducing Domino's New York Style Pizza. Try it tonight.
Someone smells too fresh. Did she take my Old Spice Total Body Deodorant with 24/7 freshness and use it on her pits, toes, and down belows? How could you?
Check out my new sound system. I saved a few bucks by building it myself. What? Turn it up.
It's never wise to compromise. Choose savings and quality with Farmers.
We are farmers.
Ugh, when is my allergy spray gonna kick in?
You need Astapro.
Astapro?
It's faster, bro. 8 times faster than Flonase.
It's faster, bro.
It's faster, bro. It's faster, bro.
It's mom to you.
Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. Astapro and go.
I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Have you had your Hershey's?
Life doesn't stop for a cold.
Honey.
Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey. Powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. DayQuil Honey. The honeylicious daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, power through your day medicine.
You got to frank it up.
Crank it up. Crank it up.
Yeah.
Frank's Red Hot. It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat.
They say you're better safe than sorry. But they say a lot of things. In 1953, they said our whiskey recipe tasted perfectly fine. So we burned it and made something better. Maker's Mark. Make your mark.
They both want to be your next president. Now, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, face to face. The ABC News presidential debate, moderated by David Muir and Lindsay Davis. Tuesday live on ABC and streaming on Hulu and Disney+.
Expectation defined. Awe-inspiring. Find your lighting.
Down to rock hound?
Feeling found and profound. Not a sound around. Get an early start.
See some funky art.
Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart.
Travel Nevada. Get a little out there.
At Simply Safe, we never stop innovating for a system that never stops protecting. We're rated the #1 home security system by experts and trusted by millions. Indoor and outdoor cameras stop intruders in their tracks, and advanced sensors protect against fires, floods, and more. All powered by Fast Protect technology, only from Simply Safe for faster police response. Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Happy time, people. Happy 26th birthday, Mac Jones. Jones led Alabama to the national championship in 2020, then was drafted 15th overall by the New England Patriots. Jones was handed the opportunity to replace Tom Brady after it didn't work out for Cam Newton. Jones had a fine rookie year, completing 67.6% of his passes, throwing 22 touchdown passes, and making the Pro Bowl. His next year wasn't as good, 14 touchdown passes. The year after that was bad. Jones had 10 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions, and was benched at times. It felt like time for a change. The Patriots traded Jones to Jacksonville for a 6th-round pick. With Jones and Trevor Lawrence, the Jaguars have 2 quarterbacks who have won college championships.
Well, Tony, maybe there's still such a thing as a late bloomer. And maybe Mac Jones will qualify, but the problem with that is teams very seldom now, particularly at that position when it comes to pro football, are willing to sit and let you bloom late. They got to see it now or hit the highway, dude.
I agree with that. Happy anniversary, Jerry Rice. On this day 30 years ago, the 49ers legendary receiver caught 2 touchdown passes and ran for another score as the 49ers routed the Raiders 44-14. With those touchdowns, Rice surpassed Jim Brown's NFL career touchdown record of 126. Now, if you put Jim Brown and Jerry Rice in the same sentence, you really don't have to say anything else. Since then, 9 players have passed Brown's touchdown mark, but no one is close to Rice. Rice has 208, 33 more than second-place Emmitt Smith. Among active players, Devontae Adams and Mike Evans lead with 97 touchdowns. That's only 27th all-time. Derrick Henry has 93.
Tony, these numbers are instructive. You can sit there and look at them when you figure that Jim Brown, which nobody under 70 knows, played 12 game seasons. Not 14, not 16, not 18 or whatever the NFL is going to, okay? And none of these guys, as great as they are, and there are some great receivers in the NFL today, they ain't Jerry Rice. You guys, you ain't Jerry Rice.
Happy trails, Alex Morgan, the longtime star forward of the U.S. national team, announced her retirement today at the age of 35. Morgan plans to play one last game for the San Diego Wave FC on Sunday before leaving the sport. She said she's expecting her second child. Morgan is best known for a 14-year career with the national team that saw her score 123 international goals, win 2 World Cups, and 1 Olympic gold medal. She was notably left off the roster of this year's gold medal team in Paris.
Look, on this team or not this year, Tony, isn't she in the discussion for the GOAT? I mean, given what she's done and that period of time in international soccer on that stage and to play in the event she did and to play in the clutch the way she did, she's got to be in that discussion with a very, very short list of others.
We're running out of show and we go to the big finish. The Yankees are moving to a closer by committee. Do you like that?
Yes, that's what they got. They don't have a closer. The trade deadline's over. Committee, yes, get it right. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will return to the mound Tuesday. Is that a big deal?
He was great when he was out there. He was 6-2. Let me get the number here. His ERA was 2.92. They need starters. Yes, it's a big deal. Matt Chapman and the San Francisco Giants agreed to a 6-year, $151 million contract extension. Does that make sense to you?
Probably it would have been more like a $300 million contract if he hit, but that's not his deal. It's all glove, and they figure he's valuable, and the stats, the analytics show that he is. Bill Belichick joined Instagram. You surprised?
Yeah, didn't he used to call it InstaFace and deride it all the time? Like now he's trying to become relevant again. What is next for him? TikTok with dances with cats? Is that what he's going to do? Last one. The White Sox snapped their 12-game losing streak. Your thoughts, Mr. Chicago?
Look, Tony, they got to go 11-10 to avoid the all-time record for losing. They have time for another 12-game losing streak and will likely get there.
We're out of time. We will try and do better the next time. Matt Kelleher, I understand it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm Mike Wilbon. Same time tomorrow, Knuckleheads. You can get the PTI podcast on the ESPN app or Apple Podcasts. Who you got, Chiefs or Ravens?
PTI. Dances with.
Welcome to College Football Live. Happy Thursday. I'm Victoria Arlen. It's time to go out the tunnel. Week 2 has a lot in store, including a huge top 10 matchup between teams hoping to return to the playoff. Can the reigning champs defend the big house? Find out what we think. Plus, that isn't the only ranked matchup in Week 2. Coming up, our analysts give you their picks for some of the biggest games of the week. And finally, it is a Thursday tradition. We give you our tailgate tips that are sure to help you out at your team's pregame bash. College Football Live starts now.
College Football Live is presented by Dr. Pepper.
You know it's a good Thursday when Sam and Trevor are with me in studio. Week 2 is here. No rest for the weary, especially for a new SEC team who is going on a big trip for an even bigger matchup. Now, with the trip consisting of over 1,100 miles, Texas's first big test of the 2024 season comes this week at the hands of the defending national champs at the Big House. And both teams know the challenge that awaits them.
We're super excited for the challenge. We know we got a really good football team coming in all 3 phases. Coach Sark has done a really good job with the program. And, you know, on offense, they present challenges because the way he calls the game and what he does, his creativity, his rhythm. Obviously, they have a really great quarterback, skill players, fast everywhere. The O-line is as good as you'll see in the country. So I know our defense is excited for the challenge.
This is a heck of a challenge for our team, but this is why you come to Texas, is to play in games like this, and to think this is the first time in the history of college football that Texas is going to play Michigan in the regular season is pretty awesome and pretty humbling to be part of that. And so we're definitely looking forward to the opportunity.
You know what's also awesome is that this matchup has major playoff implications. A loss could drop the Longhorns' playoff chances from 77% to 53%. Meanwhile, a Wolverines victory would more than double their shot at the postseason, surging from 23% to 48%. Now, Trevor and Sam, would you please break down this playoff-altering battle for us?
Well, Michigan's offense has a lot of work to do. They feature a new starting quarterback, Sam, new starting offensive line, all 5 of them. And in the opener, they weren't quite ready for prime time. And it starts with the pass. The passing game never fully got in sync down the field. And that's a problem. Now, they've got an opportunity here, a big opportunity, because you've got a lot of space out here for the receiver. Here's the football, and if that ball comes down somewhere around here, he runs underneath it, and then they're probably goal to go, if not a touchdown. But look where the ball goes. It's a little short, and it's inside. So that affects the running game, because here's what happens. This guy here is an extra guy. He could be back here with his buddy, but he's not afraid of the deep pass. So they don't have enough people to block him. So what they're going to do is run away from him. And the blocking scheme is like this. Little guys are going to block here and here on the way to that guy. Then double team with the offensive line here, and one of them needs to come off for that guy. And then one guy, 2 guys, and one of them needs to come off and block this guy. And of course, this guy, they don't have anybody for. But what I want you to watch is what in the world happens here, because it just doesn't work out. This tight end loses his block. So this guy is going to double team with him and leave him unblocked. This is a good double team, Sam, but nobody comes off to block him. This is another good double team. Nobody comes off to block him. And of course, this guy, they can't block at all. So I want you to watch these 4 guys and this poor running back, because those 4 defenders in the back are unblocked on an inside run, and it gets stuffed. Now, not in sync. The passing game complicates the running game. The new offensive linemen, they're not working together with chemistry yet.
You know who is working together and what does have chemistry? It's Quinn Ewers and the Texas offense. Quinn Ewers is playing with extreme confidence. I'm going to switch sides with you so I can talk about this offense. He's playing with so much confidence. He's making throws that he shouldn't make. He's choosing the harder right for the easier wrong. You're going to watch right here. This is Matthew Golden. Runs a route on the inside, or really on the outside. This route to Isaiah Bond could have been wide open, but Quinn Ewers says, you know what? I'm going to make the harder throw. Right here, you see, wide open. But no, I'm actually going to throw it over the top and a pass that really should not be completed unless you're completely confident. That's Quinn Ewers. Look at his excitement at the bottom. But then he ones up himself. Chopper City Juke, I see it. Okay, go ahead. He ones up himself. Look at this. So eyes are here. Everything you think is going to go to this side. But instead, Quinn Ewers throws a no-look pass to, you guessed it, to Matthew Golden. All the defense is going one way. But what Michigan's going to try and do, they're going to try to cause confusion so he's not so sure. What do I mean by that? So you look, it looks like it's man-to-man. Looks like it's man-to-man, 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 man-to-man. It also looks like all these guys are blitzing. Blitz, 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 blitz. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to see he's going to drop to the deep. He's going to drop to the deep middle. And Jair Hill, is going to play a squat corner. They actually adjusted this play because they thought it was man. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. They thought it was a man-to-man defense, but no, Michigan disguised their defense. They showed man, they ran a zone, and Jair Hill, ooh, right in the back. The confusion that's caused is going to try and slow down that Texas offense, so that's where the battle, I think, is going to rest.
Don't forget to catch Reese and Company live from Ann Arbor to get you geared up for this game and the rest of week 2. That's starting Saturday, 9 Eastern on ESPN. Now, after opening the 2024 season with an easy 69-3 win against Chattanooga, Tennessee turns its attention to NC State. The Wolfpack are looking for a rare win against an SEC team, and NC State has won just one of the past 10 meetings against that conference, dating back to 2000. All right, let's focus on the QB situation for the Vols. Sam, what impresses you about Tennessee's quarterback, besides that very impressive display, fellas?
Well, what impresses me most is his accuracy and his velocity. So
Yeah.
Nico Iamaleava is extremely talented. He set a record for Tennessee for passing yards and a half. That's better than Peyton Manning did, right? And it was his accuracy. I get it. They weren't playing a supreme opponent, but Iamaleava, if I'm saying it right, we're going to work on it. We got Iamaleava. Hallelujah. Thank you. We got some tips on this later. Is extremely accurate for a quarterback who's getting really his first full season of experience. He's accurate, plays with velocity. He's strong, and I was so impressed by him in week 1.
And he's a young quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Lots of talent, right? On the other side, NC State, Grayson McCall has been around forever. He's been through the battles. Before he transferred to NC State, he was at Coastal Carolina. And in his years as a starter there, he was top 5 in completion percentage and yards per attempt. And the thing that he gives them in terms of advantage is his experience against a new secondary for Tennessee. I mean, off of last year's team, just the defensive backs, Tennessee lost 9 transfers, 1 drafted, and then 1 injured. That's 11 guys that are gone from last year's team, bunch of new guys. Grayson McCall, with his experience, needs to be able to compensate for Nico Iamaleava's talent with knowing where to go with the ball and being just a grizzled, deceitful veteran.
Ooh, okay, grizzled and deceitful. All right, well, how will this game impact Tennessee's playoff chances, Trevor?
Well, Tennessee's playoff chances, it hurts them more than NC State, I think, because Tennessee has a much more difficult route to get to the automatic berth with an SEC championship. If NC State loses, their path to the ACC championship game is much better than Tennessee's path to the SEC championship game.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's keep things looking forward, and we're going to take a look at our Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week preview. Arkansas faces Oklahoma State in Stillwater. These two schools separated by less than 200 miles, and they haven't played since 1980. The Razorbacks look to slow down Cowboys running back Ollie Gordon II, who rushed for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns in their opener against South Dakota State. Staying in the Big 12, Commissioner Brett Yormark said this morning that the conversations of adding UConn as a member have stalled. Pete Thamel reports that this is in large part due to timing with the season underway and schools facing decisions in the House case, all while figuring out revenue share. Adding membership simply wasn't a priority. The plan would have had football coming into the league in 2031 and sooner in other sports. What a great triple header we have for you Saturday on ABC, starting with Arkansas, Oklahoma State, then South Carolina at Kentucky in the SEC Conference opener at 3:30, and Tennessee, NC State wrap things up at 7:30. A big early season test for both. Coming up, the 2-star QBs taking the field Saturday in Lincoln. Find out what one player had to say about who has the upper hand.
College Football Live is presented by Ice Cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. And in part by Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Welcome to StockX, your favorite app to shop sneakers and streetwear. From the greatest rails to the latest trends, everything you need is here. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to the hottest brands, allowing you to easily level up your style in just a few taps. Plus, you can trust that every order is StockX verified, backed up by our buyer promise. See what millions already know. Shop now at StockX.com.
T-Mobile savings, take one. Guys, focus. Let's not do fake falls. Just say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys.
Happy to be here.
No fake stares, please.
Hi, I'm Patrick J. Adams.
Is that a shimmy? Just say, at T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Keep doing whatever that is. I'll do the line.
Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
The best feeling iron I've ever hit. Introducing the new Gen 7 irons. The Gen 7 irons deliver groundbreaking new levels of forgiveness, speed, distance, and feel. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
So this is pickleball? It's basically tennis for babies, but for adults.
It should be called wiffle tennis.
Pickle! Yeah, These guys are intense.
We got nothing to worry about. With E-Trade from Morgan Stanley, we're ready for whatever gets served up.
Dude, you gotta work on your trash talk. I'd rather work on saving for retirement.
Or college, since you like to get schooled. That's a pretty good burn, right?
Got him. Game.
Thanks for coming to our clinic. First one's free.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the comebacks, the stars, the exclusives, the comedy, and the best booth in the game.
Is that a new tie? Sure is.
Welcome to a dynasty in the making, a sibling rivalry for the ages. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
What are you doing?
Seriously?
These are my buttons. Only I press these buttons.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
New DQ Fall Blizzard menu. Returning pumpkin pie and French silk pie. This lineup is the GOAT.
Taco?
No, like the greatest of all treats kind of GOAT. Hurry in before they're gone. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
You sure you're gonna be okay? I'll be fine. Bye.
Honey, hi. Hey, how are you guys? We're getting by. Great, me too. Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
This is College Football Live, presented by Dr. Pepper.
I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me clearly. We don't have tomorrow. We don't have the next day or next year. We have now.
Adversity will come at some point. It's time to cut it loose. Oh my goodness, what a catch! That is absolutely ridiculous. Unreal! A diamond grab! Oh my! This is what we do. This is what we're on now.
We've got a great week 2 ahead, including the matchup of the weekend. Number 3 Texas at number 10 Michigan. Michigan enters with a 32-game win streak, tied for the 4th longest by a team entering a regular season matchup versus an AP Top 5 team. The Wolverines have beaten their last 3 AP Top 5 opponents, all coming last season. We are bringing in Joe Fortenbaugh, ESPN betting analyst, a friend of our show. And Joe, we heard the guys talking about this Michigan matchup. Is it something to be said about Michigan being in trouble?
Yeah, I would say the betting market indicates that. Game open with Texas is about a 5-point favorite, and immediately Texas money early, Texas money often. Up to 7, through 7 to 7.5. Now, we talked about this last week, key numbers in sports betting, which are very important. 7 is one of those key numbers outside of 3. Why? How many games end on a differential of 7, right? 24-17, 28-21. You see it happen a lot, so you want to make sure you're on the right side of it if you have the opportunity. And that's going to be problematic for Michigan to keep this game close if they have a one-dimensional offense like you were talking about earlier. Maybe they can run the ball here, but are they going to be able to throw it? Because in that Fresno State game, it was a little dicey. I think the big tell here is the total, also known as the over-under, 42.5. That's very low for a college football game. Michigan might struggle offensively, but that defense can still play. And if that defense can play with the crowd noise, Quinn Ewers maybe struggling a little bit, they keep it tight, maybe they cover. But I think it's a lower scoring game. I think you bet the under here.
Which is wild because Michigan had one of the best offenses last season. They were averaging, 35 points per game in their undefeated run. And most of their guys, I think it was almost half of that or most of that offense is gone. 10, is gone. So we shall see how that turns out. All right, let's keep it rolling. A year ago, the Colorado-Nebraska game got personal as Nebraska players gathered midfield. Colorado had the last laugh, though, winning 36-14. Now, this year, the coaches heaped praise on one another, avoiding any chance of providing bulletin board material for the other team. However, Nebraska linebacker Mekhi Bayer missed that memo. Take a listen.
Does facing Dylan help? In the sense that, he could throw, and Shedeur can throw, but Dylan can throw too.
You can't compare Dylan to Shedeur Sanders. Don't do that. That's Dylan is a different man. What he played, what he go out there and attack.
How are they different?
Just Dylan is a dog. Just know that. You'll see on Saturday.
All right. Well, Sam, besides confidence, what is the key to win this matchup?
Oh, the key for Colorado is going to be Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. I know the game's going to want to be played in the trenches, but if Colorado can't match up physically from an offensive and defensive line perspective, it's got to be Travis Hunter doing what Travis Hunter does, which is everything on both sides of the ball. Travis Hunter, last week, we saw this amazing touchdown catch versus North Dakota State. He does it on offense. He's a two-way player at receiver, but also as a defensive back as well. He's an outstanding tackler, outstanding in coverage, and just an all-time great football player. Remember last year versus TCU, he had an interception to help seal that game on a play that wasn't even his play to make per se. And so I think if Colorado wants to win this game, they need Travis Hunter to play big and Shedeur to play big as well.
I think Nebraska will win the game in the trenches, and that'll be important. The problem is they had a better game in the trenches against Colorado last year, and they lost. But that was because of 4 turnovers and really poor quarterback play, right? And so they seem to have improved their turnover bug. But Dylan Raiola, the freshman quarterback for Nebraska, last week in their opener was lights out. I mean, if you throw a pass under pressure into a tight window and it drops in the perfect spot once, maybe you got lucky. You do it twice, maybe you got really lucky. He did it over and over again, and that means he's just really good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
From a betting perspective, similar in this game to what we saw in the Michigan-Texas game, right? Nebraska opens as a 5-point favorite. Immediately, it's bet up to 7 for good reason. 2 huge problems here for Colorado, both of which don't translate to wins. Number one, the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last year in this game. That was at home. What's going to happen with the crowd noise in Lincoln? Number 2, defense. Doesn't travel well. Last week against North Dakota State, they gave up almost 500 yards and 26 points. What are you going to do against this offense? The total's moving up. It suggests that this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'd be looking to Nebraska here.
One thing I will say, just to the point of the defense and what Colorado can do, Colorado, if they start scoring early, can make it into a Dylan Raiola versus Shedeur Sanders type of matchup. They can take out that physicality in that run game that they wanted to be last year and really part of who they are, and they can force the game into Shedeur's hand, which I think could be beneficial for Colorado.
And pro tip for Dylan Raiola, stay away from Travis Hunter.
Yes. He's a human highlight reel. Well, we talked a lot about the noise last week. That didn't seem to stop Notre Dame. Week 1 was filled with big upsets as Notre Dame knocked off Texas A&M despite the noise on the road and moved up into the top 5 with that win. And USC took charge late in their win over LSU in Las Vegas, jumping 10 spots in the latest AP poll to number 13. But that was just week 1. Now both teams have momentum going into week 2. So, Joe, any concern for Notre Dame or USC?
So this is what we call a classic flat spot, or at least potential for a flat spot here. Team coming off a huge win, right? Notre Dame standalone game at night. Everyone watching them win at A&M. Phenomenal victory. Rest of the schedule sets up easily. Same thing with USC. Standalone game Sunday night. They get past LSU. A lot of celebration. Next week, you come home. You draw Utah State and you draw Northern Illinois. Your favorites of 28 or more in both games. I'm not suggesting either team loses because they're too good to lose these games. But to cover 28 or more points, 4 touchdowns in a game where you might not necessarily have the motivation you did last week. You and I used to talk about this all the time last year. I'm curious, could you see a flat spot here for either team?
You know what, for Notre Dame, I think not, because of what they need to work on.
Even after everything you just heard.
Right, because Notre Dame's offensive line against Texas A&M, they fought like crazy, but it was 3 glorious drives in the second half that made it a good performance by them. 2 touchdowns and a field goal, where a big run was the key play in each of those drives. But that offensive line still is very, very young, and they need a whole lot of experience. I expect Notre Dame to try to get that experience and pound the ball, and that's why I think I might like the under.
44.5, low-scoring game here?
I think so, because Notre Dame will shorten the game because of what they need to work on, the running game.
Yeah, and if Notre Dame's going to go under, USC, you got to go over. Did you watch Miller Moss last week?
Yes.
This dude is outstanding. He's phenomenal, but that's not why USC is going to cover in this game, in my opinion. I think it's going to be because of their defense. We all know, maybe we don't all know, but I know that defense travels, right? Offense, okay, up and down, but defense travels. We always talked about when I played, pack the defense. You're going to go play the game. I want you to pack that defense. USC's defense was outstanding under Danton Lynn last week. Well, that's who Danton Lynn is. He did it at UCLA. And yes, I understand USC played a better game last week, but there's still some things they need to work on. They need to work on the run game, especially up the middle. And so I'm confident that Danton Lynn's going to say, hey, we're not going to rest on our laurels. Let's go out and get better. And so for me, I think that's why USC not only covers, but I think they're going to put up points on offense too.
Yeah, I agree, but for a different reason. Because I think Lincoln Riley, quarterback for the head coach for USC, coached 2 Heisman Trophy winners and a number one pick in the draft, both of them at Oklahoma. Plus Caleb Williams, who's the 3rd Heisman Trophy winner, number 1 pick in the draft, right? I think he wants another one. And so with Miller Moss on the national stage last week against LSU playing as well as he did, I kind of tend to think they're going to want to keep the momentum going for him.
Was 40-1 to win the Heisman for the LSU game, now down to 25-1. Lost in the shuffle of all of this. I came in, I laid out very good points why those 2 teams could struggle. You both crapped all over me here. You both crapped all over me here. I just want to make that, I want that on the record.
Well, thank you, Joe.
Now, if it doesn't work out, I won't be back next week.
We hope you'll still come back next week. We hope you'll still come back next week.
Thank you, Victor.
All right, let's get to our weekend lineup, brought to you by Wendy's Saucy Nugs. Now, with starter Graham Mertz sidelined and in concussion protocol after last week's game, Florida freshman QB DJ Lagway will make his first career start at home Saturday against Samford. Florida has been preparing all week for this, with Lagway taking first-team reps, and we will keep you posted on the status of Mertz heading into week 3. Now, just 25 miles away from the University of Georgia, the unthinkable happened on Wednesday. 2 students and 2 teachers were tragically killed in a school shooting. One of those was Appalachia High School football defensive coordinator Ricky Aspinwall. Kirby Smart was at that field just a few weeks ago for a middle school football game, so this tragic news hit close to home. He said earlier this morning on the radio, you never think it's going to hit near you, and then it does. Just praying for all the people there in the community, the law enforcement, the families that lost people. Scary for all of us. And we are all keeping those affected in our thoughts and prayers as well. We'll be right back.
T-Mobile savings, take one. Guys, focus. Let's not do fake falls. Just say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys.
Happy to be here.
No fake stares, please.
Hi, I'm Patrick J. Adams.
Is that a shimmy? Just say, at T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Keep doing whatever that is. I'll do the line.
Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
At Doth's, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good. Doth's, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
This Skinny Pop is so delicious. And only 3 simple ingredients. I never have to stop.
Thomas, hold my calls and my text.
Got it.
And my emails.
Don't leave.
Skinny Pop, endlessly delicious.
Starbucks cold brew? In a can? What else might be possible? Perhaps finding your dog twin. Too good to be true can be true. New Starbucks cold brew.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
When is my allergy spray gonna kick in?
You need Astapro.
Astapro?
It's faster, bro. 8 times faster than Flonase.
It's faster, bro.
It's faster, bro. It's faster, bro.
It's mom to you.
Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. Astapro and go.
Things have changed.
What does that mean?
It means everyone is vulnerable. I know for a fact there's something else at work here.
When you put blood on the ground, there's no going back from it.
FX's The Old Man premieres September 12th on FX. Stream on Hulu.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the smart alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
So, what do we rent this month?
We leave for vacation soon.
Oh.
Some dresses, linen, shorts here. You?
3 weddings this month. Think we might try to pull off a suit.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look who it is. What'd you two rent?
Maternity jeans. We're pregnant.
Congratulations.
That's beautiful.
College Football Live is presented by Ice Cold Dr. Pepper. College football. It's a pepper thing. And in part by Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches.
Have you ever gone to a tailgate and realized you don't have anything to contribute to the discussion? Well, we here on College Football Live have something for you, and we call it Tailgate Tips, where we give you some necessary tips of knowledge to sound smarter and impress your friends every Saturday. You can thank us later. I just have to say, too, I am standing amongst football greatness here. I can barely catch a ball, so we're going to keep going with the tailgate.
That was a great catch. It was
Thank
like you didn't use your hands at all. You cut it with your elbows.
No, I used my body.
Yeah.
I used my body. All right, Sam, what's your tailgate tip?
So my tailgate tip is this. If you want to know how to pronounce this dude's name, he's about to be a Heisman Trophy candidate. I would try it, but I messed it up earlier. I'll let Nico tell you how to say his name himself. Tennessee quarterback. Check it out.
Y'all. I'm Nico Iamaleava, and the correct way to pronounce my last name is Iamaleava.
Super helpful. Super helpful.
Male
Ava. Trevor, give me yours.
I'm going to go with an easy name to pronounce. Drew Aller, quarterback Penn State. You want to be smart at the tailgate. You know that this game against Bowling Green is critical for Drew Aller because he needs to continue what he started last week, which is throwing the ball deep down the field, which they didn't do successfully last year. Yeah. And for Penn State to get to where they want to go, that deep ball is critical. They want to keep it going against Bowling Green.
You know who's keeping it going is Alabama, because Saban Field, the winningest coach in NCAA football history, Nick Saban, a friend of our show, is getting a much-deserved honor. The University of Alabama will formally dedicate Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium this Saturday. What a fun week with all of you guys. Thank you so much for hanging. For Sam, Trevor, Joe, I'm Victoria. Enjoy the games this weekend.
After securing back-to-back 10-win seasons under head coach Brian Kelly, the LSU Tigers set their sights on a historic 2024 campaign, celebrating 100 years of legendary Tiger Stadium, the cathedral of college football, and one of the world's most iconic sporting venues.
Camp time, baby.
Hi, first and foremost, welcome back, everybody. Everybody here is excited about getting started. We are in the process of opening up the new wellness center, and it is for us. It is for our overall preparation. We're going to need it. You could be playing 17 games this year to win a national championship, so it's going to be a crucial part. Also, this year is the 100th year of Tiger Stadium. So there will be celebrations throughout the season relative to 100 years. And again, as you know, it's the product that you put in there that really makes it exciting. We're going to put a great product in there. Certainly, we're excited about the work that was done over the last 7 weeks. We're faster, we're stronger. We were able to carry each one of our segments. And it started after the bowl victory. You know, we went back into the weight room and had our winter workouts. We went into spring football. Then we went into our summer conditioning these last 7 weeks. You all did the things necessary to continue to grow. And now we put ourselves at that next stage. And that next stage here for us is preseason camp. Today's not USC. We're not going to play them tomorrow. But we need to lead up to that. We need to be the best version of ourselves when we kick it off against USC. So we need to build up to that. Not tomorrow, but we need to build up to that. We need to be excited about tomorrow. We need to be excited about every single day here, but we got to take it one day at a time. This is about getting a championship. And in this league, this is the time to do it. This is about football. This is serious. We're in year 3 here. This is go time. And this is about, if you want to be part of what we're doing, and you want to be part of a championship football team, this is go time. No distractions. We are focused on football. We are focused on developing our football team during this time period. Everything that we're doing is we're positioning you to be successful. That's how simple this is.
Championship habits are developed on and off the field. It's in competition, it's in the classroom, and it's in the community where leaders emerge and standards are raised.
Welcome to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. We really are excited to have you all here. We provide food throughout the 11 parishes surrounding East Baton Rouge Parish to feed people who are dealing with food insecurity. So we're doing our best to try to fight that battle. Put them in the little bags. We gotta teach them how to work, man.
Wearing purple and gold means representing something bigger than yourself. As a new season dawns in Baton Rouge, the Tigers will look to uphold a tradition of excellence paved by legends. Legends like former All-SEC safety and Super Bowl champion Ryan Clark.
I appreciate you guys, so I'm gonna try to give you something that you can take home with you, right? That's gonna last longer than the amount of times you wear these colors, or the amount of time you do wear these colors, and it'll last you for life. This is the most beautiful place to play football in the entire world. But you don't get wins, you don't get accolades just because you wear the colors. You have to earn that. There is an expectation here. There's an expectation that we will play great. There's an expectation that we will be exciting. And there's an expectation that we will win championships, which I know this man will do while he's here. He knows he's not entitled to win a championship here. That expectation has to be met with work and effort. And he can't do it if y'all don't look at it the same exact way. Please, man, do not miss this opportunity to do something special in the most special place in the world to do it. You will regret it for the rest of your life. Walk away from this game and be able to say you gave it every single thing you had to be the best you could possibly be.
It's hard to be elite, and you guys are pushing hard towards that. You're pushing towards it.
But listen, it's hard every single day, but that's what makes this game great. Keep pushing. Take advantage of everything that you have here at LSU, because it's as good as it gets. All right, good work, good job today. Get a break.
Hey, family on 2, 1, 2, family.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
New DQ Fall Blizzard menu. Returning pumpkin pie and French silk pie. This lineup is the GOAT.
Taco?
No, like the greatest of all treats kind of GOAT.
Oh.
Hurry in before they're gone. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
I love this place, but I need better credit.
Bad credit? You could just open a new card, but you kind of need good credit to get credit.
Wow, I could build my credit that fast? Nice.
Everything you need to outsmart the system. Intuit Credit Karma.
Here we go. Consumer Cellular uses the same towers as Big Wireless, but then passes the savings on to you. Save your money for something else. Speaking of, I ordered us some Thai food. For unlimited talk and text with reliable coverage starting at just $20, call Consumer Cellular.
Isn't it absolutely bonkers that you can walk into a store, hand someone a piece of plastic, and they will willingly hand over Reese's cups? Forget flying cars. This is it. We're at the pinnacle.
This season is different than last season. This is when you shine the brightest.
We just can't get enough of the best rivalry in the W. Aces, Liberty. Sunday at 4 on ESPN.
You babe with all my soul.
The Path is presented in part by its Team LSU corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Hancock Whitney, Louisiana Blue, and Coca-Cola. This segment of The Path is brought to you each week by Our Lady of the Lake. There's no better place to practice than Tiger Stadium. With just days remaining until boot meets ball, the Tigers cross the street to get acquainted with all that Death Valley has to offer.
This is a Thursday practice. These are 4-minute periods. This is Thursday, so it's attention to detail. Listen, I came here for a reason. Boards everywhere, there's music. This is distracting, okay? It's distracting for a reason. We need you not to be distracted. So when we get into a stadium environment, we lock in with an attention to detail to do the work that we're here to do, okay? And that's today. So listen up, because we go through the depth as well. So if you're on first or second or even third, be ready to go. And then we'll get some work in as well, all right? Here we go, let's go. Count on me on 2, 1, 2.
Go that way.
A special occasion in Death Valley calls for celebrating a special program tradition, like awarding the number 18 and number 7 jerseys to exceptional teammates.
The number 18 jersey, Matt Mock, the quarterback who came to LSU, who's won the national championship, wearing the number 18. And he epitomized all the intangibles of a teammate, gave himself to all the things that we talk about in terms of having great traits. He passed that number on to another great, Jacob Hester, number 18. And throughout the last 25 years, the number 18 has been passed down to a player that brings all those traits of a great teammate, somebody that has given himself up for the team. And this year, we got 2 number 18s. The first recipient is Josh Williams.
When I came to LSU, you know, I've had a long journey coming in as a walk-on, being here in my 6th season. Being able to represent LSU with the number 18 jersey means a lot to me. Just seeing everybody that I've played with over the years and what they meant to the team and what they meant to LSU, it's a big deal. And I just want to say thank you to the coaching staff, Coach Kelly, and everybody that gave me the opportunity to represent the team. I'll be there for y'all.
And the other 18 that will wear it proudly and represents us in the best fashion is Greg Peck.
Y'all know I love y'all boys, man. I ain't gonna say too much. I just want to be a guy that y'all can count on, man. A guy that just comes to work every day. I'm not gonna be a rah-rah guy. A guy that's gonna strap his helmet. When it's time to go, I'm gonna go. I love y'all boys. Just anything y'all need, y'all know I got y'all first.
Another great tradition we have here is awarding the number 7 jersey. Awarding it has had some different stories along the path, in a sense, of this award. But it really is about somebody that brings an incredible ability, but in my mind, is from the state and calls the state his home and brings up others around him. He wore it last year, and he's going to wear it again this year. And we're going to have 2 of them this year as well. We're going to have a second number 7. And I brought it up to him, and he said if he's going to join the club and wearing this 7, he's the only person that I would sign off on in joining the number 7 club. So what I want to first say is we're going to welcome back, wearing number 7 on offense, Will Campbell. So
Man, I just want to say thank y'all. I appreciate y'all every day. Y'all know I'm going to come here to work, give everything I got. And I want to say something about this dude that I signed off on. This dude comes to work and he sets the tone for us every day on defense. I think personally he's the most electrifying player in college football. And this year he's going to show it.
He's brought all of those guys with him. And he has uplifted the other 10 players on the defensive side of the ball. And he is ready to wear this jersey, number 7. That's Harold Perkins.
Man, appreciate y'all. Yeah, everybody coming to work, going in there, man. Let's go get it.
I think the strength of having 2 7s and 2 18s, great leadership across the board, I think puts us in a great position. I think we just have to be humble enough to learn every day, learn every single day about what it takes to be a champion. And every day is important. And for us, our development will be that we are open to learning every single day.
Hey, I was lit. GNP. GNP. Oh, we got to get fixed, huh? 7. Right there. Yeah. Congrats, man. Hey.
every bite better with Pepsi.
Introducing the new PXG Black Ops irons, our first game improvement iron. It launches the ball high in the air and really far. If you're looking for a distance, forgiveness, and feel, Black Ops iron is going to be for you.
PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
To get to this hot, melty goodness, our pizzas have to go through this.
Topping distribution, horrible. That's fair. Terrible. Pathetic. It's a definite yes.
Introducing Domino's Quality Captains, how perfect pizza gets made.
If there's a chance for what you hope for and you dream for.
There's only one way to reach the top without sacrifice. Cheating.
Cheat on muffins with Muffins. Big on protein, low on sugar, huge on flavor. Quest Bake Shop. It's basically cheating.
I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for.
Sling lets you do that.
I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for and let me pause my subscription when I want.
Sling let you do that.
Yeehaw! I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for and let me pause my subscription when I want and have hundreds of free channels.
Sling let you do that too.
Choose and customize your channel lineup or watch for free. Sling lets you do that.
SmartLiner is all about protecting your vehicle from the inside out with style, quality, and durability. We use innovative 3D scanning to create top-of-the-line custom-fit floor liners. Make the smart choice. Choose SmartLiner.
This segment of The Path is brought to you each week by TJ Ribs. The start of the semester marks game week for the Tigers. It's now time to put their efforts from fall camp to the test.
But let's just talk about what we've gone through, and that is the foundational preparation for the season. You know, that's preseason camp, right? Everybody goes through preseason camp. And then you look at, you know, was that foundational preparation effective? I do it, I watch practice, right? I watch film, I watch how our players are responding, how they bounce back. And then we take science now, which is great to have the sports science that we have, and we bring both of those together, right? We bring 30 years plus of experienced coaches, our eye test of how our team is responding, how our team is practicing, and then we bring science together and look at it and say, how have we trained? I'm just talking about what you did over the past 3 weeks in terms of your preparation, your foundational preparation to play this game in game 1. An 11% increase. That is huge. An 11% increase in the practice intensity across the board. I mean, that is astronomical. Usually it's a percent. So from a foundational preparation, what you just put behind you has put you in an incredible position now to move forward. So that's the work you've done since January. And now we turn the page and we go into game week preparation.
Games like these are why you come to LSU. On Sunday night, all eyes will be on two of college football's most iconic brands, each with hopes to start the season with a statement victory.
Yeah.
Year 3 for Lincoln Riley and Brian Kelly. The parallels are striking. The Bayou Bengals and the Trojans lost the last 2 Heisman Trophy winners. They set up with unbelievable record-setting offenses.
So a couple of new young rising star defensive coordinators, new feel, defensive guys who like the tackling part, as we're set for some new quarterbacks stepping in for those legends both places.
The fact that this Reese's ad showed up at this exact moment proves that your devices are listening to your stomach.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
What the biggest companies deliver is exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and helps Red Bull revolutionize coverage of live events. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
Ugh, when is my allergy spray gonna kick in?
You need Astapro.
Astapro?
It's faster, bro. 8 times faster than Flonase.
It's faster, bro.
It's faster, bro!
It's faster, bro.
It's mom to you.
Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. Astapro and go.
This is the SEC. Every walk is a parade. Every song, a symphony. Every Saturday is a celebration. Every game, a spectacle. The SEC takes us into the wild and always feels like home. This is the SEC on ABC, South Carolina, Kentucky, Saturday at 3:30 p.m.
The ESPN app is a spot for all your sports. For the Saints and the Sinners. For hot takes and high stakes. For MLB, SVP, all on your TV. The ESPN app, one tap. Get it up.
You babe with all my soul, love you. Love you. I'm gonna love you, babe, with all my heart and soul. Yeah. I'm gonna love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, baby. I'm gonna love you, baby, with all my heart and soul. Yeah.
The Path is presented in part by its Team LSU corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Hancock Whitney, Louisiana Blue, and Coca-Cola. This segment of The Path is brought to you each week by Visit Baton Rouge.
Center of the college football universe resides just off the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. It's the 2024 Vegas Kickoff Classic, matching the 23rd-ranked USC Trojans and your 13th-ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU.
It's about physicality. The team that is the most physical today goes home a victor. That's who we are. That's why we wear these stripes from LSU. That's how we play this game. That's how we were born to play this game.
Just like the acrobats down the strip from Cirque du Soleil, both the Tigers and Trojans going to start this season dancing the tightrope, up high without a net, no warm-up, no tune-up. Just straight into a top 25 matchup to start the year. Here's the approach. Boot meets ball. Short kick going to be fielded at the 6-yard line. And trying to bring it out is going to be Xavier Thomas. Looked like he had a lane, but tripped up at the ankles. Here's the first down snap. Quick fire out far side. Kyron Lacey. Stiff arms a man across the 35, picks up the first down up to the 38-yard line. Hitch by Taylor, breaks a tackle at the 30, inside the 25. And it's Josh Williams, and Williams rides a couple of defenders inside the 10, steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Fourth down, snap to Nussmeier. Here comes pressure. pressure, steps away, but throws it away into the left corner. It's incomplete, nobody at home. That's the end of the first quarter here in Las Vegas. We are scoreless. Rideouts to the right. Here's the snap. They'll give to Marks, and Marks cuts right through left tackle into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown, and the Trojans on the board. They take the early lead, 6-0, with 11 minutes remaining here in the second. LSU will set up shop first down at 10 at the 25-yard line. Quick screen coming near side with the catch across midfield into Trojan territory to the 45-yard line of Xavier Thomas. Nussmeier takes the snap, moves to his left, now fires across the middle. Mason Taylor has the catch at the 25. Motions the receiver Lacey right to left, takes the snap, belt high, looks left, pump fakes, now fires towards the end zone. Lacey spinning, makes the grab. Is he inbounds? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 19-yard strike to Kyron Lacey. His
Don't worry about stops. One play at a time.
Here's the snap. Moss sprinting to his right. Under duress. Going to be brought down and dropped. And the ball may have come out. Looks to give. Marks takes it and goes nowhere. That's how about Major Byrne stepping up. Lincoln Riley appearing to try and take a 3-point lead going into the locker room. Here comes. Placement down. Lance puts a foot into it. Kick is up and it is no good. The foot of Lance, and we go to halftime tied at 10-all.
Our best players need to take over in the second half. They need to take over. Offensive line needs to take over in the second half. Play your best when your best is needed.
As we start the third quarter, 15 minutes up on the board. Play clock down to 5. Down to 4, slaps his hands, gets the snap, looks left all the way, tight pocket, hit from behind and dropped. At the 18-yard line, the Tigers get home. Savion Jones with the huge sack. That's it. This time they will go to Emery. Huge hole. Emery up the near side of Ash. Emery across midfield into Trojan territory. Eventually brought down inside the 30. They'll mark him at the 29-yard line of the Trojans on a huge run. Calls for the snap. He's got it. Going to his right, throws on the run. Catch going to be made by Anderson at the 10, down the far sideline, into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 13-yard strike. Anderson, the redshirt sophomore from New Orleans. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. First down at 10, down the ball at the LSU 28-yard line. Moss looking to go up top, flag out, and the catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Jacoby Lane steps back, scans the field, tosses down the field. Anderson wide open at the 45 of the Trojans. Down the far sideline and tripped up inside the 30. Snap, placement, kick is down on its way, and the kick is good. And we are tied once again, 20-all. And USC and Miller Moss will start first and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And USC takes a 26-20 lead with 8 seconds remaining. Under center, takes the snap, and that will do it. Horn sounds, this one's in the books. Trojans of USC get the win to start the season by a final of 27-20 over your Tigers of LSU. Trojans move to an early 1-0. LSU 0-1. They'll head back home, take on Nichols next week.
Who we are as LSU, everybody is going to play their best against you. Everybody. They want to beat you. You can't let that happen again. Am I making myself clear? You got to do something about it. When you got somebody down, you got to put them away. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Every day, every opportunity you get, you come out here and work your tail off, and in the end, we're going to be successful. We have to be meaner, tougher, nastier, and we got to want it more than the next guy. All right? The team that wants it the most will win, and that's year round. Okay, baby? Great job. Good job. There we go. Good angle, good angle.
Howdy, Ags. It is a new season. It is a new era for Texas A&M.
You give it all you got. Let's go!
Man, it's another day in the office, man. It's a blessing just to be here. Hey, man, since I do this with a smile on my face, man, what's there to complain about? I play for Texas A&M, and I'm from Texas, Coach. What is there to complain about? No! Come on! Here we go. Here we go. 55. Save lives, baby. Love you, Coach. Come on, Vosh! Woo! Hey! Gotta be a workhorse now. Gotta be a workhorse. Yes, sir. Let's go, Future. Which way are we going? Let's get it, baby. Come on. Let's work. Come on.
Preseason camp has the Aggies sounding off. And before they can hear the 12th man in Kyle Field, they have to put in the work.
Come on.
We definitely had I wouldn't say a slow start, but we had a lot to kind of figure out at the beginning. But once we got through the first week, we really got rolling. And now we've got that cohesiveness with O-line especially, and the offense as a whole. We're just getting all 11 people on the same page. Because if you only have 10 guys doing their job and that one guy doesn't, the whole play doesn't work. So just getting 11 guys on the same page every single day.
We're all about consistency. I mean, everybody can do something once, but to do it over and over again until we can't do it wrong, I mean, that was our goal, and I felt like we did a pretty good job of that.
I got a lot closer with the guys, you know, because in spring it's more about like, you know, earning a spot a little bit more and you're more individualized. And in the fall camp, it's like building that together. So, you know, I feel like I got closer with the team, and I feel like the defensive line, we definitely got closer.
For me, it's just getting back, you know, running around, putting the pads on is always a blessing for me, man.
Got some of the things that I wanted to work on, got those things fixed, narrowed the things down that I wanted to work on. Like on the defensive side of the ball, we are communicating at a high level. We're running around, playing fast, flying around.
I love the direction our team is trending in, especially after fall camp. You know, I feel like we ironed out a lot of details that we hadn't picked up on throughout summer and spring ball, so I think camp was pretty successful for us.
This team is finding its identity as each individual finds out how they fit and gets more comfortable in their own role.
When it was announced I was the captain, I felt like I had to take control of the entire team at that point. Of course, I called the defense last year, I was leader of the defense, but now I feel like I had to shift my perspective to special teams and offense as well. So I've been trying to be more engaged on what's going on offense and special teams and make sure everybody's approaching the game the right way.
I'm a hard-nosed player. I mean, if I need to run it up the middle, I'm going to run it up the middle. I'm going to do whatever the team needs me to do. I'm going to do whatever coach asks me to do, and I'm going to make some plays, and people are going to smile, and I'm going to put some balls on the money, and it's going to wow some people. So I'm just ready to go out there and play this Saturday.
You know, I'm a goofy guy on the field. Like, I don't try to make any moment too serious.
Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. The itsy bitsy spider. Oh, yeah, bro, stop poking people in the eye, bro.
You know, after I make plays, I like to get up and, you know, dance, celebrate. I'm a big, like, I love to interact with the fans. Like, if you see me on third down, I'll be hyping the crowd up and stuff like that. I'm a big guy who likes to be active in the community, you know, and be out with fans and, you know, build relationships and, you know, and give my gloves to the little kids after the games, things like that. It's just the kind of guy I am.
So I've always tried to lead by example every single day, so I think I already had done that, but I really wanted to grow as a vocal leader because that's probably what wasn't one of my strong suits. So I really grew my voice on the team and really was calling people out, good and bad, every single day to keep everyone on the same page and moving forward.
I'm a team player. I'm gonna make sure that all of my brothers are good, all of my brothers are playing hard. I'm the type of guy that's going to always give 100% no matter what, and I'm going to hit hard. That's one thing about I'm going to be a hard hitter at all times.
Just bringing back something. I feel like it's been missing something. I feel like that's what I bring. That's why I was brought here, to put the goon back in my own goons, you know, and it's time to show it. And I just really want to play football.
What's unique about A&M compared to other schools is we get our tickets the week before the game instead of having like general admission tickets. So we, on Monday morning, which is now 8 days away, I believe, we will, at 8 a.m., these windows behind us will open up and we'll be able to get our tickets. But in order to get the best tickets, you got to be at the front of the line. And in order to be at the front of the line, the way it's been from what I have heard decades, is you got to camp out.
The 12th man's wait for Aggie football's return is in the home stretch. Some take up a new temporary residence as game day approaches.
Good pizza, man. You know, about to give it out nice to the community. Good pepperoni pizzas, and he got cheese. Giving out for the people. We are good Samaritans.
We appreciate the people, man. They out here. Oh, you're good. They out here camping out for us. We gonna take care of them.
Giving out pizza. It's Notre Dame week. Got a bunch of people camping out. I don't know how they do it. I could never, but gig 'em, baby.
Man, it's insane. I don't even I've never been around anything like this, and it's just crazy to see the dedication and how much they have so much love for us. So that just makes me want to go and play better. You know, put on a show, make sure this year is entertaining, not for us, but for those guys as well, man. And they're special, good people. You know, like when I came back, they showed so much love, man. And it's just, I appreciate them so much.
Whenever I was going to and from class, it was raining, and people were still out there with their umbrellas, with their tents on. Other Aggies were helping each other out. Whenever it was raining, they let them come in their tent, even though they might have known the people. So I feel like the Aggie network is real, you know. So I'm proud to be at A&M Aggie, and I'm proud for them to be our fans.
I think the appreciation I have for the 12th man runs so deep. You know, being the defensive coordinator here for 4 years and knowing the advantage they gave us in Kyle Field and hearing them at their loudest moments. You know, when we beat Alabama, when we beat LSU, those crowds, those things last in your brain forever. And so, yeah, I think part of me deciding to come here was the immense appreciation I had for the 12th man and the history and tradition that surrounds this program. And so this will be a really cool experience to witness it on the field, though. It'll be the first time I actually get on the field to be part of it. And so looking forward to that for sure.
And that field will have a new look after the grounds crew turned it into their own canvas.
So a lot of new changes on Kyle Field this year. First, I think the centerpiece is going to be the new midfield logo. We've gone from the block ATM logo at midfield to the Lone Star logo. Secondary to that is some maroon fill in the end zones. And then the third major change people are going to see is we've added a 6-foot border to the field that's actually going to be maroon filled as well. And it's actually going to have a couple of logos. And a lot of that stemmed from just conversations with Coach Elko, kind of his vision for the program, what he wants to see, what he wants to build. And so obviously at the end of the day, our job is to give them the best surface and, you know, the look that they're going for. So we're bringing all that together and hopefully giving them what they want. There's always the excitement of first game of the year leading up, the build up to it. Then you add in all the new facets, and that's twofold because it's new for us, and so it's a whole new routine. We're trying to figure out the timing, logistics, how to do this the best way, and maximize it to where everything's perfect on Saturday. But then, yeah, you also get that added excitement of like, okay, we're doing new and exciting things and things that have never been seen on Kyle Field before. So there's that aspect of it. It's that duality of the challenge of the new, but the excitement of it as well.
The season gets closer, the buzz gets louder. But max volume can't be achieved until final preps are made.
Welcome to the Mecca of all college football stadiums, Kyle Field. For those of y'all who have been here before, welcome home. And for those of y'all who are experiencing Kyle Field for the first time at midnight, welcome to the greatest college football tradition of all time.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
What the biggest companies deliver is exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and helps Red Bull revolutionize coverage of live events. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
I was drowning in debt.
I had over $36,000 in debt.
If I would have just made the minimum payments, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off.
National Debt Relief can significantly reduce the amount you owe.
National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000.
With National Debt Relief, you have a powerful team that knows how to talk to your creditors.
National Debt Relief, they got me out of debt.
Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
Headed to Charlotte for a collision.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
Which team walks away with the upper hand?
Lord, that's how I get by.
The Pulse, Texas A&M football, is presented by Creston, a new home community by Johnson Development. The 12th Man Foundation, proudly celebrating 75 years of funding Texas A&M athletics. And ABC Home and Commercial Services, official pest control partner of Texas A&M athletics.
College Game Day, live from College Station, Texas.
The debut of the Mike Elko era. What a morning in College Station, and what a way to get things started. The first full Saturday of the college football season.
How are you going to handle this crowd? I mean, the noise here is really significant, especially at night.
You got Johnny Manziel in the house.
I'm a champion. Whoa! Give me the Aggies. Let's go! I'm a winner.
It's here. It's finally game day. No more talk. It's time to walk the walk.
It is a new season. It is a new era for Texas A&M. It's the Fighting Texas Aggies. It's the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Game one. Let's go. It's that time. Hey, lock arms. Lock your arms just like this. Make a good circle. A family that prays together.
God, just like you said, Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Lord, I know you're with me. Lord, I know you're watching over this whole team. And we love you. We thank you for the many blessings you've given us in spite of our sin. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Bless this team. Watch over their families. Protect these young men from the dangers both seen and unseen, God. And we're going to give your name the praise and glory to serve. In your son's name we pray. Amen. Bring it in here. Let's go. Bring it in here. Let's go.
Family on three now. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Family. Let's go. They take everybody to win. Don't you disrespect. If it's somebody takes one to it, and we're on top field. Protect those good at that. Take everybody to win. Let's go to work. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Eyes up. Get where you can see me. Okay. Same, real simple plan. Right? Win the turnover battle. Offensively, protect the ball like it means everything. Defensively, take it away like it is the game. Win on special teams. Play smart, penalty-free football. Make the plays that make the difference on special teams. Win situational football. Offensively, we convert third downs. We score touchdowns in the red zone. Defensively, we get off the field on third down. We hold them to field goals in the red zone. And when it gets to the fourth quarter, you find a whole new level, and you turn it up and you finish. 8 months. We focused on the now, right? What do we have to do now to be successful? And finally, now is game day. Finally, now is that moment you have worked 8 months getting ready for. You are ready. You are prepared to the level you need to go out there and be successful. But that focus still matters. Reset every play. Reset every play. Reset every play. That focus has to be there. It can't be the environment. It can't be the crowd. It can't be what you want to happen.
you stare him right in the eye, and you let him know it's me. It's me. And I'm coming all night, and I will not stop. You will not beat me. I will not take no. Go get it. I don't do what do.
Some new looks to start the new era, but an old staple lights up Kyle upon the Aggies' entrance.
Captains meet in the Lone Star logo. Number 7 is Notre Dame. Number 20 is Texas A&M. And the Aggies get it first. It's the opener for 2024. Bussey will let it go. Connor Wigman, quarterback for the Aggies. On the first play from scrimmage, Wigman across the middle, complete. Cyrus Allen, first catch, 15 yards to the 40. Now in motion, Thomas, orbit, give to Moss, a couple of yards to the 44-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Aggies from their own 48. It's Moss, right side, across midfield, first down. They needed 2, they got 4. 5 at the line of scrimmage for Notre Dame. Wigman in the pocket, pressure from his right, completes. Watson to the 24-yard line, an 18-yard gain. On a 1st and 10 from the Notre Dame 24. Wigman looking left, now across the middle, and now he's going to run, directing traffic. Out of bounds, inside the 20, and nearly horse-collared on the right side. The snap to Wigman, quickly out of the backfield, and too far ahead for E.J. Smith, incomplete. That was the right call.
Oh, he had a great call. If this ball is a foot closer, this is the first down.
And the right-footed Randy Bond, trying for the first points of this game. Good snap and hold, and Randy Bond caps the Aggie drive. 11:07 to play in our first. Texas A&M 3, Notre Dame nothing.
As a bruising affair continues, a mistake costs the Aggies a defender. And Notre Dame is poised to score.
And it's for loss. Oh, Shamar Turner cleans it up. Receiver screen to Faison. Gets outside and just shy of the first down. Tackled by Will Lee. 46 yards away. Mitch Jeter's kick ties this game at 3.
After Notre Dame ties the game, both teams trade punts. An exchange the Aggies will take with the way Tyler White is debuting in maroon and white.
High spiral by White. Faison, a fair catch at the 13-yard line. Snap to Leonard. Spinning, has him in the sights. Sidearm sling is incomplete. 3 and out, Dave.
And 3 and out.
Wigman. Pump fake, now runs, back up the middle. Near the first down, I think he dives. That's a head-first slide for the former baseball player. First down. On that sweep, right to left, Janae Walker across the Notre Dame 45-yard line. There's a handoff, stutter step right up the middle. Amari Daniels. Oh, there's the new strength for Amari. Play action fake. Receiver screen, ducking inside to about the 32-yard line, 3 yards shy, Janae Walker, and then Randy Bond comes on again.
In a game of field position and defensive dominance, A&M goes up again with another Randy Bond field goal. It's 6-3 Aggies. The defense forces another Irish punt, but they get an interception and get it right back. They turn it into a field goal and make it 6-6. All even again.
53 seconds left, 2nd and 10. Stepping up Wigman, across the middle, Wigman intercepted at the 48-yard line. This is a run to the left. Knapp with a nice block, but Willie the third is there. That's going to do it for a first half.
They're going to let it go. That's going to be the end of the half.
4 field goals, 2 apiece. And after 30 minutes, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, tied at 6.
With Chevy Equinox EV, you can wake up every day with a full charge. Your crew can have a roomy, no-compromise interior. And starting around $34,995, you and your money can go further in America's most affordable EV with over 315 miles of range. Equinox EV, a vehicle you know, value you'd expect, and a dealer right down the street. Go EV without changing a thing. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
I need these items printed by Friday.
Certainly.
Are you for Imprint Certain?
We are for Imprint.
Certainty matters when you need promo gear for gifting clients, customers, and your team. 4imprint.com has items certain to wow.
For Imprint, for certain.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the comebacks, the stars, the exclusives, the comedy, and the best booth in the game.
Is that a new tie? Sure is.
Welcome to a dynasty in the making, a sibling rivalry for the ages. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
What are you doing?
Seriously?
These are my buttons. Only I press these buttons.
It's all smiles around here. Early dinner deals make for the happiest hours, with classics like crispy hand-breaded chicken, rich home-style meatloaf, and more, starting at $8.99. So come on in, early and often.
Rated T for Teen.
We should get moving.
Star Wars Outlaws, available now.
Play Star Wars Outlaws on Xbox.
Wow, that's good.
Almond Breeze? You like the almond breeze I got you. That's so interesting.
What's happening, Dad?
With delicious taste and 50% more calcium. Blue Diamond Almond Breeze. Don't just milk it, almond milk.
The Pulse, Texas A&M football, is presented by Creston, a new home community by Johnson Development. The 12th Man Foundation, proudly celebrating 75 years of funding Texas A&M athletics. And ABC Home and Commercial Services, official pest control partner of Texas A&M athletics.
It has to be the work. And we got to go put that in there. So for 2 quarters, right? Every time we touch the field, y'all should have an idea what the expectation is, right? Go, hey, eyes on me, lock in. Right, I'm going to tell you this right now. Lock in and focus on the details, right? Defensively, get the signals, understand down and distance, make sure we're communicating, crack a place on the perimeter, corners, tighten down, right? And we get them in second and long, we got to stop drives, we got to get them off the field. Offensively, right? We got to stop making self-inflicted wounds, right? We're killing ourselves. Too many penalties, right? In critical situations, right? We got to win, separate, and get open against man-to-man. You're right where you want to be. You're at home, 3.5 hours, that was the deal. 3.5 hours, whatever it takes, right? It's your time. It's your time. Go out there and play the way you know how.
Notre Dame gets possession, tied at 6. And off up the middle. Shamar crashes down from his right defensive end. No gain. 3rd and 1. It's a run by Love. I don't know if he is. It's second effort. This is going to be close.
I don't know. He didn't get it. But where they're running in, it's going to be 4th down.
4th and 1 from shy of the 34. Leonard's going to take it up the middle. 1st down. Still on his feet to the 41-yard line. It's pressure on. Diving underneath. Bryce Anderson with the hit. Loss of 1. Another tackle for loss. Leonard's going to run at the 45. 2 yards shy as his right shoulder hits. Damian Sanford on the tackle. It'll be a 4th and 2, and Notre Dame's going for it. Give Leonard up the middle. Leonard short. Second effort. I don't know if he made it or not. It doesn't look it.
Doesn't look like it.
From the Notre Dame sideline come the change. Short. Yep. 12 man told you if he made it or not.
That's right.
Wigman, pressure from his left. Complete, breaking out of a tackle, and ahead to the 39-yard line, Ja'Day Walker. From the shotgun, threw it behind the intended target, Shane Calhoun. 4th down.
Looks like the Aggies are going to go for it.
Got some movement, no flag. Wigman right side. Incomplete.
The Aggies had a chance to grab momentum in the third quarter, but it was just out of reach. Notre Dame takes possession of the lead with the first touchdown of the game. The defense keeps digging in. Now the offense needs to find its footing.
It's a handoff to the left, and with a little burst of speed and some strength, a first down gain for Le'Veon Moss. Pushed ahead by Demetrius Crown over for another 5 yards. Convoy inside the 40 for a first down. Smith up the middle, couldn't hold. Inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Le'Veon, touchdown.
Kyle has been electric all night, and the defense keeps the energy up. The offense tries to mount a go-ahead drive, but comes up just short on third down. The Irish march and score. A&M is almost out of luck.
154 and 75 yards to go, down 20-13. Low snap, Connor, sidearm sling, not ready for Noah Thomas. They were not on the same page. 4th and 2. He's going to throw. Rifled. Incomplete, intended for Walker. Clock is at 30. With 1:04 remaining.
So about 30 seconds being left.
46-yard attempts for Jeter. Hit it, sealing this Notre Dame victory. It's 23-13.
New DQ Fall Blizzard menu. Returning pumpkin pie and French silk pie. This lineup is the GOAT. Taco? No, like the greatest of all treats kind of GOAT. Hurry in before they're gone. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
I think we need a bigger yard.
With our credit?
Credit Karma can show us how to improve our credit for free. Then we can get a place with the bigger yard.
Yay! Intuit Credit Karma. Download the app today.
With Harry's, you get a smooth shave at a great price. Because you get all of this for as low as $2 per refill. Half of what the other guys charge. Wake up to Harry's. Get your trial set for just $7 at harrys.com/smooth.
Ugh, when is my allergy spray gonna kick in?
You need Astapro.
Astapro?
It's faster, bro. 8 times faster than Flonase. It's faster, bro.
It's faster, bro!
It's faster, bro.
It's mom to you.
Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. Astapro and go.
Every bite. Better with Pepsi.
The ESPN app is the spot for all your sports. For the Saints and the sinners. For hot takes and high stakes. For breaking news, breakaways, and broken records. For the W's and the L's. For MLB, SVP.
Welcome, this is SportsCenter.
All on your TV. If you can watch it here, you can watch it here. The ESPN app. One app, one tap. Get it up.
In the SEC, every Saturday is a celebration. Every game, a spectacle. And it always feels like home. This is the SEC on ABC, South Carolina, Kentucky, Saturday at 3:30 p.m.
This is UFC 238. Valentina Shevchenko, the gold standard in the women's flyweight division. She has set that bar pretty high tonight. She draws Jessica Eye.
You got two battle-tested opponents squaring off with each other. I know Jessica's extremely excited, not only to be fighting for the belt, but I think fighting against a formidable opponent.
Dana, I want my title shot!
Valentina, as she goes through trying to defend her belt, she's looking for game opponents. She wants to make sure that they're worthy adversaries She wants to showcase her skills at the highest level. What better venue to do it than these two going after the belt?
This is the biggest opportunity that I could ever ask for, and I'm going to take care of it, and I'm going to get the job done.
It's going to be a good battle between me and Jessica, and I will give everything that I have for the fight and to win the fight.
Let's go.
Right on.
Right this way.
So this is it. This is our place where we are staying. It's very nice, very quiet, and it's very good like to rest after the training, before the second training, because it's you don't hear any like cars passing by. It's very nice, and more like I very enjoy spending time in swimming pool. Every time it's so relaxed.
Thailand is such a good pair. I mean, beaches, sun, good weather, good food, a good culture that we liked very much, and that's why we like to have our training camp here. Our life is every time like this, traveling and training. Doesn't matter what place, we always travel and train.
Jessica Ai, she's my next opponent in my title defense. She's a well-rounded fighter. She has striking, she has wrestling, grappling.
10 seconds, 10 seconds.
But it's okay because I very like to fight good fighters.
Stop. Rest, 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 rest.
Well, it's fight week. Jessica Ai versus Bullet, and long time coming for me. And I don't think I could be more exhausted, excited, pumped, ready. There's nothing even wrong. I'm just like so tired of it, like thinking about it.
Hey, it's close. Yeah, it's close.
Like I dream about it, I wake up, it's like instantly like.
Do me a favor and just enjoy this.
I am. I really am. And I am.
I mean, it's huge. You know, not very many people get this chance, and especially in a division with Valentina, you never know when you get that second opportunity. So since we have the shot, we gotta take it.
Just know this: you land that hook once, I'm gonna be paranoid. You can actually try to throw it and then come with that right.
Obviously, being a title fight, there's a lot of pressure, but you know, in a way, us being an underdog in this, I think, has alleviated a lot of that pressure. No one expects us to win except for us. Across. Jump. Double change. Vinegar. We're arguably fighting pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world, men or women. So our mentality this whole time is understanding that this is a piece of granite. That's why I keep telling her, you got to chip away at the granite. Why are you so mean? Why are you so mean? Across. One. Here it is. Good. Good. Get on that ground and pound, please. Excellent.
She's dedicated, very hard worker, and it's very tough opponent, you know. Valentina is no joking. I can't wait for this fight because I know that it's gonna be too badass.
Hey, go take this title. Go take this title. That's all I've ever wanted, right? Like, and I worked hard for it. Nobody gave it to me. It hasn't been easy. It's been well-deserved, hard worked. Ready, man. Ready.
Go, hands up, take a job. Let's go, right now. Woo! Right now. Hands up, hands up.
It's almost 1 week before fight. It's more important to be in condition which we prepare before you come to the fight and do what you need to do. We have hundreds of fights, hundreds, because she started to fight when she was maybe 6, 7 years old. She have a lot of amateur fights in all styles. She fought in all styles of karate, Muay Thai, kickboxing, all styles.
Today I a little bit sweat out because like travel, water, to take out this excess of water gaining during the travel and flight. So feeling good, feeling strong, everything how it used to be for the fight week.
In UFC, it's top fight. It's the best of the best. That's why every time need to be ready. Elbow Superman like this. Yeah, one knee. Go.
To be the champion, it's put a responsibility because you have to train harder. Doesn't matter if I have fights coming up or don't have, every time I'm trained.
Ready? Go.
I'm one of the best black belts in Chicago, and she holds me down like so good, you know? She doesn't get tired. She just like keeps going, and she's so strong, you know? And her hits are really, really hard. So like all of that put together is crazy. It's good training.
I know there's a lot of people that don't believe in me for this fight. I know that a lot of people think that I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna go out there and get smoked. But you know, like it's not what's gonna happen, because you know I have self-belief, and you know I want people to believe in themselves. And even when I'm not feeling it, you know, all I gotta do is put a shirt on, look in the mirror, and there it is. Belief is, you know, it's a matter of just perception. So look in the mirror and tell yourself it, and you'll have it. Dunzo. Chicago, baby.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Oh, now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
Looking okay.
Great DraftKings offer and NFL Plus? I feel like I just scored.
Best touchdown dances all the time.
Probably don't even know about this. This old school right here.
Oh, you want old school?
I see what you're doing.
Oh, you don't see nothing. You don't want this heat.
No, man, that ain't heat. I'm gonna hit you with this right here. Get nasty on it. Touchdown. I didn't know that was gonna break.
Get out.
Respect.
With DraftKings, new customers bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets and a month of NFL Plus Premium. The crown is yours.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
This is a story about the one who keeps it all moving. He is measured, precise. He thinks ahead, stocks the right parts, and knows just where to find them. Because for the one, this facility is about more than business. The industrial-grade products you need delivered fast. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Aaron Rodgers time, baby. Touchdown 49ers.
HomeGlow just cleaned my entire house for $19. Seriously, $19. They showed up right on time and did my dishes, my laundry, they even cleaned my windows. You just pick a date, pick a cleaner, and enjoy a spotless house for $19. I love using HomeGlow, and I think you will too.
I can feel the winds of change.
We were wondering if anything happened to us.
We want you to take the kids.
Doesn't count. What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
Mexican Independence Day. That's fear. You'll never see anything like this in your life.
This man is a global superstar, but Marat Davalishvili is elite. Alexa and Valentina for the third time. What a phenomenal fight. Yeah, Mexico! Those are two studs, man. I cannot wait to watch those guys fight.
a love letter to the Mexican people and Mexican combat sports.
Right. 58.7. It's 129 and a half.
Oh, there you go.
I converted. Jessica I, she's saying that she's gonna use wrestling, but you know, I was faced so many different kind of opponents, and for example, Juliana Pena wanted to submit me, she could not. Holly Cole wanted to outstrike me, she could not. So doesn't matter what she has a plan, I have more plans against her.
I'm a martial artist. I can be whatever I need to on the fly. I can change the tempo to the fight as well as the skill set much faster than her.
After flying so late last night, the flight got delayed, so I didn't even get in until 10 o'clock at night and didn't get my workout till about 12:30, which oddly worked because, it's about the time I'll be fighting. My side feels better today than it did yesterday. Oh, yeah. We're getting some work and then gonna go to open workouts, hang with the fans. And I'm definitely gonna have them do my new chant. It's, here we go, evil, here we go, ooh, oof. So it's just like the dog pound, because I'm the underdog.
My motivation is every time when I step into the octagon, this is my motivation. I'm not for enjoy or have fun. I am here to win the fight and keep my belt for the long time. She's keeping telling for everyone she's gonna pushing or pressured, but it doesn't matter for me. I will break up everything.
While we get our warm-up, all right? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, ready? Here we go. Here we go. This is just the beginning of the journey, and I'm gonna keep chipping away because this is for the people who count themselves out. I'm fighting this one for them. This is gonna be a fun fight for people, fight fans, right? I'm a fan of Valentina. I don't know why people keep getting it all screwed up. I'm proud of her, right? How can I not be proud of someone being successful in a division that I'm in? It makes me look better. Oh yeah, bulletproof. It gets me the co-main event in an awesome show. So, kudos to all the women doing what we do. Got respect for you, champ.
You just had your stare down. She was wearing a bulletproof vest. What did you make of that?
Whatever she will do, it doesn't help her inside the octagon because when door is closed, it's closed. There is just me and her.
Yeah, what's up, man? How are you, champ? Good. You can get it, just belt. I'm no doubt. Keep the pressure. She don't hate hard.
I'm cheering for you.
She don't have any danger that I do right here. She don't want me to be right here. She don't like that. She don't like that.
We're gonna do about probably 2.5, 3 hours and see where we're at. Hopefully we'll be on weight tonight and get home and she can get some good sleep.
You're like a big giant, pineapple.
Anything that you can do to just keep your core temperature up to create a sweat. You could be hitting pads, you could be grappling. Doesn't really matter, but as long as you're sweating to keep your core temperature up high, whatever feels comfortable at that point.
You lost that love, feeling, now it's gone. Gone. Whoa.
Mike. Good, Mike. Thank you. Morning, Mike.
Valentina checking in.
Up next is Valentina Shevchenko.
Every fight for me, it's challenging. Doesn't matter who is my opponent.
124.
Because every time during my preparation, I try to be the best version of myself, and this is not exception.
I got nothing under it.
Oh, you don't?
You want to go right away? That works. We got it all.
No problem. Jessica,
I know that she is the best in the world because she's worked hard, but I don't choose to go where I'm 50-50 with somebody. I'm going to go where I know I'm the best, and she's not going to have an answer for my wrestling and my grappling.
125.
Yes!
How's it feel?
Damn.
Yeah!
What's happening, Chicago? Welcome to the range, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger,
Because of some of the performances of the flyweights that she's gotten to fight against, this is going to be that situation where Valentina's going to find herself against a girl who knows how to fight and who's a lot stronger than her.
I want to see this fight play out with totally domination from my side. This is number one, what I want to see.
Official weight 124 for the champion.
What a fantastic stylistic matchup, ladies and gentlemen.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Man, these seats. Right? I wonder how the other guys are doing.
We spent hours finding a deal on these.
Trash. They should have used Game Time.
The easiest way to find only the best deals for the best seats with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
Were you worried the wedding would be too much?
Nah. Another destination wedding? We just got back from our sisters in Napa. Who gets married in Napa? My daughter. Who gets married someplace more expensive? My other daughter! Cancun, Jamaica! Why can't they use my backyard?
With Empower, we get all our financial questions answered, so we don't have to worry.
Can we get out of here?
I thought you'd never ask.
Join 18 million Americans and take control of your financial future with a real-time dashboard and real-live conversations.
Empower. What's next?
At Harry's, we designed our razors to start sharp and stay smooth, so your 8th shave is as smooth as your first. And at as little as $2 per blade, they cost half of what the other guys charge. Wake up to Harry's. Get your trial set for just $7 at harrys.com/smooth.
Welcome to StockX, your favorite app to shop sneakers and streetwear. From the greatest grails to the latest trends, everything you need is here. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to the hottest brands, allowing you to easily level up your style in just a few taps. Plus, you can trust that every order is StockX verified, backed up by our buyer promise. See what millions already know. Shop now at StockX.com.
This is the moment you all right there,
You'll never see anything like this ever again in your life. It's a one-of-one.
A love letter to Mexican combat sport inside Sphere.
There's bad blood attached to this fight. The trilogy fight to end the rivalry.
On September 14th at Sphere, the greatest live sporting event of all time.
Let's go, baby!
In the wilderness, fearless and human. Sauvage au forte, the new parfum, Dior.
Get ready to enjoy summer in a big way thanks to the Flex Your Credits electricity plan from Reliant. Yeah. That's because every week, the 2 days that you use the most electricity are free, automatically. You also get a big summer bonus, $200 in bill credits that you can redeem when you need it most. This summer, go big with Flextra credits, powered by 100% solar. Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Astros.
Power Crunch. Incredibly light cookie crunch. Packed with bold, delicious flavor. Enriched with Power Crunch protein. To fuel you and your day. Power Crunch. Protein worth craving.
UFC 238. Valentina Shevchenko, the gold standard in the women's flyweight division. She has set that bar pretty high tonight. She draws Jessica Eye. They will soon lock the door behind Pedro Munoz and Aljamain Sterling, and whoever emerges here will fight.
I want to be the UFC champion so bad, and I'm willing to let every cut, scratch, scary moment help me rise to the top.
Many believe the fight of the year race could settle on this showdown here between two of the best lightweights in the game. They are Ferguson and Cerrone.
It was my goal the last few years to become a champion of UFC. Now I have the belt and I will defend it as much times as I can.
Nose, and that right eye now is almost completely closed.
You can't blow your nose whenever your nose is broken or anything like that. I mean, it is completely shut.
This fight's gonna be over right here.
I humbly couldn't finish the fight, and I apologize.
Well, Donald, even in a loss, you're a gentleman and a warrior.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tonight, I fight for the UFC title, and it's been the best thing I could ever ask for. I want to show the world that persistence and hard work truly pays off. I started this journey 13 years ago, and I'm not letting my foot off the pedal till I get that belt.
Let's go. Right on me.
I would like to see the best version of Jessica this night because I want to fight the best version of my opponent and beat her up.
Right this way.
Love you guys.
We love you. No place I'd rather be.
5 seconds.
So here is the #1 ranked flyweight contender in the world, Jessica Evil Eye, born and raised in Ohio 13 weeks ago. She picked up her entire life, moved it to Las Vegas.
I'll tell you what, she's got a lot of swagger walking towards that octagon. An unusual amount.
Yes.
Hey, get ready. This is what you're built for tonight. Go to have some fun. I love you. Let's go.
And she's very confident coming into what will be the biggest test of her professional career.
3, 2, 1.
The nation of Kyrgyzstan has a world champion. Her name is Valentina Shevchenko, 17-time world Muay Thai and K1 champion, master of sport, boxing, kickboxing, taekwondo, judo. Joe, they just don't come more well-rounded in the women's game than Valentina Shevchenko.
In any game, she is one of the best martial artists on the planet Earth, and Jessica Eye is going to need all that swagger, all that confidence, because this woman is an assassin.